doing this right now.
Cool.
Yeah. Haunted Acres. Dude.
Yeah. Have you ever been to it?
I have not yet.
You want to hear like the backstory?
I'm not going to be like, yeah, I have.
Yeah, man, I shit myself. It was great.
No, but I have heard a lot about
Lake?
it. My daughter's really easy to scare, but that's where I wanted to bring her this coming up year.
Yeah, man, peeing is fun as long as it's not you.
Yeah. And I seen something about you. I seen on your site too how you got something that's like more like visual, with like black lighting and like what's that? I was wondering.
I was trying to think. All haunts are kind of the same. I'm not trying to downplay anyone, but they all got the big fucking animatronics that come out and they move slow and and you're like, that was supposed to scare me. Badass didn't work.
Right.
First of all, I don't have the money for that, but we're more based. When we first started, it's more character actor driven, which is more fun. But when we backtrack real quick to the trailers you're talking about. So with the 3D blacklight thing I did, people were just, you go through a cornfield, you do whatever, you get some pumpkins, blah, blah, blah. I said, man, let's do something different. So I bought a couple semi-truck trailers. I actually can get them cheaper than storage containers.
Oh, like the big storage containers you see on boats and stuff?
Yeah, I got like a 42 of them. I'm like, fuck, paint them black, Built decks in front of them. But the inside, I built a wall down the middle, and it's all black light. The chains hanging down that are neon. Just whatever you can think of, like hubcaps.
Yeah.
I got cool hubcaps. I picked through a junkyard. I got a ton of them. Excuse me. And just because I wanted the depth, like real weird shaped ones. Spray paint them all up. Everything's black LED. This year, we're going to add some fog and some different music to make it cool. But you wear 3D glasses, so it's a visual experience. You walk through, you got all this shit happening. There's strobes, and everything's just kind of. There's mannequins over here, and just stuff to give you depth. And it's cool without the glasses, but when you wear the glasses,
that's what I was gonna say. What does the glasses do to the experience?
Just
makes
totally
everything
and it's funny.
pop out.
People walk through and they're walking all slow and they're tripping over shit. And it's funny as hell. And I'm like, man, they gotta go through quicker. My buddy running, it's like, dude, they can't.
They can't.
They're like, yes. So I didn't know how it was going to turn out. Like, I took a bunch of grape foam and that and made like kind of like a cave out of one. And I had the stalagmites hanging out. And unfortunately, it kind of looked like donkey dicks hanging out. So I was like, I said, some people are going to dig it. Some people aren't going to like it. Some people are really going to dig it.
Right.
But we did that. You paint them up. Dolls. People hate dolls. Painted them up neon.
They're always creepy.
Yeah, and so that's kind of how that works. It was just, then we had like EDM music and shit playing down below. Give you that whole, Watch Your Forest type thing.
Yeah.
So this year I'm like, man, let's add some fog and a couple more things, maybe a few animatronics. Yeah. And then, so that's how I did that. And it was just weird. People dug it. Reviews were good. I didn't know, so nothing scares you. And people were afraid of that. I'm like, no, dude, this is just a visual thing, This year it'll be a little audio too, but I said it's just something cool. And then when you come out of the trailers now, I built a pallet maze. It's like 8 foot high. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Fuck, I got like 400 pallets, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna build that this summer. I had it done before snow flew, man. It gets in your head.
You just have to do it.
2x4s, hold them together, because you got a wall and a wall.
Yeah.
And we had some pretty good windstorms that made it, but
hey,
I'm thinking of somehow making that blacklight a little bit. Just to be fun and cool, man.
Right.
And then I want to put
maybe you could decorate the sides of them even like just some other way, like every turn is something different. Right, because
there's slats. You can do cool things. You can do stuff like lights.
You can make cutouts where there's people in the slats.
Well, we do some kind of cool things like that before, and I thought it'd be cool because you can hang through it, make it look like it's a body. When they come up, they'll go that way. What are you doing?
Yeah, there you go.
And it's not so much scary, but it makes you go, what the hell?
Yeah, no, that's part of the fun.
And I've been buying mannequins like left and right. Unfortunately, America doesn't go to the mall anymore, but fortunately for me, there's places selling mannequins, and they're the high-end ones.
I could bring you to an abandoned building, and you can just take as many as you'd like.
Yeah, dude, they're there, and I'm like, I need like ton of them because
those things are creepy too.
Yeah, I got actually. So, kind of, we're talking about mannequins. I used to have a haunted house in the bottom of my barn. The upstairs of my barn was, as we know, was Halloween themed. We used to have bands play there, you know. And it was funny because originally it was called the Devil's Playground. And then I was dating a Catholic girl. And her family's like, "Wow, that doesn't look right." And then I actually had bands that, like, wouldn't play because of that.
Because of the name?
Yeah. And I'm like,
The
you know,
Devil's Playground.
I said,
like,
guys, it's kind of a joke, guys. It's not like I'm worshiping Satan or drinking goat's blood off a virgin's ass.
yeah, like, no
You know, on
shit.
Saturday, you know,
Yeah.
I seriously,
Every Saturday
I'm
we
like,
get together.
It's just a place bands play and we rage and have a good time. It was fucking awesome. And then we had a strange accident and it burnt down. High winds got a power wire.
And what was that called again? What did you say?
We called it the playground.
You called it the playground.
We just did.
That's what you ended up calling it.
Yeah, we just called it that because, you know, it's like an adult playground. We had a little bar in there.
Because you had to cut
games.
devils out just to get people to come play.
Yeah, kind of.
That's weird.
And I was like,
it's so weird to me.
And I get it. And some of them were metal bands. Like,
so is this pre Haunted Acres, or is this while Haunted Acres is going on, or you're doing haunted shit?
We did the barn. Man, the barn was like 16 years. So the Haunted Acres has been like 7. So first it was just.
So there was no like haunted attraction stuff to go along with the Devil's Playground.
I just loved Halloween. So it was black and it was. Okay, it sounds bad. It sounds bad.
No.
But I did have a skeleton crucified on the one thing, the beam in there. But it wasn't supposed to be crucified. Everyone's like, "Dude, you got him crucified." I said,
"Oh,
no, I just hung him that way. Fuck, it looks that way. I didn't."
Yeah.
But cool. Whatever you think. Yeah. You know, it's Halloween.
Well, did you primarily have metal bands playing?
Yeah.
Why? Come on.
I know it was. You know, we did like an acoustic show one time. It was really kind of cool. A bunch of metal guys came out and other people. No, I had a country band play once.
Did you?
It was cool. It wasn't my thing. They were cool guys. You know,
Covered the bills.
Yeah, because you know what kills bars? Let's be honest. Typecast bars. If you're gonna have a music and play just heavy metal, you're only gonna get a heavy metal crowd.
Right.
If you play just country, you're only gonna get a country crowd. If you're smart, I always say, like Unruly Brewing in Muskegon does it right. Because they have, when I would look in the summer, they had everything. They have like a blues band one day, and then a metal band on Saturday, and a rap next Friday. And I'm like, that's how you do it. It's about making money. You want people to come in.
Yeah.
So we were doing the Halloween thing, and I'm like, man, I'm going to do a maze. So we cut a maze in the corn. I have 40 acres out there. We have 300 acres as a family. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to cut a maze. Had like 15 of my friends in there. And we had like 150 people show up. I'm like, really? This is cool.
So what did you do to cut the maze? So what did you take out there? What equipment? Not like,
well,
you know, people probably wonder like how do you?
It's changed over the years, and it's actually digressed.
Really digressed over the years.
This is what's funny.
Okay.
So we used to have.
Just go out there with a flamethrower and just.
I actually have a flamethrower. If you see,
I would imagine you do.
If you've seen the videos on Facebook, I bought one this year, and it's incredibly stupid and incredibly great at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I thought it'd use kerosene or something. No, fucking gasoline.
Really?
I thought for sure it'd be kerosene diesel.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I was a little nervous the first time, but I get 30 foot flames. Shit. It's a tax write-off too. We're farmers. So I gotta get the weeds out of the driveway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty badass. We actually helped some friends light a big bonfire. They had like old Christmas trees stacked up, like huge, fucking huge. We're out there, yeah. We had 150
perfect
fire
use
department
for
shot
this.
by. It was awesome.
You're just rolling around looking for uses for it. Hey, y'all need that shit burned down.
Yeah, you know it's cool to aim it at your yard and just do it off, and you're like, "What? Okay, I did that.
Yeah,
this ain't cutting anymore."
No,
it's like having a fast car. Okay, I went fast. What stupid shit can I do now? It's more fun. So, anyways. We had the off the flamethrowers and guns. Here we go.
Yeah.
No, but anyways, we had the little maze, 15 people. We cut it. My buddy Jimmy come out. We had a little Kubota tractor with a brush hog.
Okay.
And literally, it sounds stupid, but you can't drive over it and knock the corn down. So we had to back the whole thing. We did it backwards, and everyone's like, "Man, you must trace it out." And every year, everyone asks me this. I swear to God, dude. I would stand on the back of the tractor and say, "Go left. Yeah, straight. No, right." Serious. There was no rhyme or reason to it. So, and that cuts like 2 rows of corn off, so it's nice and wide.
Right.
And then we progressed. doing the Field of Screams, which ended up calling it, and we did more of the haunt. So I ended up having a corn maze, the haunted corn maze. Then I rebuilt the bottom of the barn, and then we did zombie paintball with these little cheap old paintball guns. They were pumped. And
well, you're not
shoot
gonna
at target. It was basically like
you got other people using all the shit.
yeah, like I'm old, so I remember Deer Park Funland when it was Deer Park Funland and not Michigan's Venture. And they had in our arcade, where you would shoot BB guns and this shit would move and when you would hit certain sensors and stuff. So I just did an old school shooting gallery. No live zombies came out. It was just targets. People dug it. It was fun. The guns suck. Paintball sucks. It rains. I'm outside, so I'm fucked all the time. They never work. Then I got the higher end paintball guns. They fucking suck too. Then we went with airsoft, full automatic airsoft. I thought these were toys. These aren't toys.
No, dude.
No, they're badass. I mean, they were actually bouncing off the targets, hitting people.
Yeah. Yeah. You get struck with one of those things. Because
when the
hurts.
barn burnt down, we cleaned all the shit out of the barn. Like, man, there was all kinds of stuff and bands and just, dude, all kinds of shit up there. So we pulled everything out of there and all the ash was down there. And I'm like, dude, that looks evil already. So we just put targets out there and did that. I put green hog hunting flashlights on the airsofts, so
you could see.
Yeah, it was actually cool. But again, I went through 65,000 BBs in 4 days the one year. And you got extra batteries you're charging. Them things were wearing out. I can't find anyone to fix them. I'm like, well, fuck, they cost money. So then last year, I said, screw it. I'm going to go clean the bottom of the barn out. Basically, we hand shoveled 20 bushel apple boxes full of ash out. Built built 2 buildings in there. So this year we're going to have actually an indoor haunt, which is cool. So if it rains, we're not totally screwed,
Right. Is it like added on to it or is it separate?
Separate. So, yeah, you'll walk in. You've never been there. So, yeah, you'll walk in the main door and then everything's fenced off and there's like a Wild West town with facades and shit.
Okay.
A lot of photo op stuff. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
People want to walk through a haunted house and you're done. You're like, I'm done. This way you can walk around and take pictures of shit and just
right.
Cool. So
more of an experience.
Yeah, I mean, I got like a 12-foot electric chair I built, 12 foot tall.
That's cool.
And now I just got skulls and skeletons over and got one of them Home Depot skeletons next to it. And I think that's cooler, man. It's skeletons. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's got an electric chair.
Right? Covered in skulls.
Right. But getting back to the maze, when it was wide like that, it was cool when you would jump out and scare people. But I thought about it one day and I said, man, I want it to be more tight, So then I just cut it with one. So 2 years ago, I literally went through and cut it all with one of them hand weed whackers. Really? The old school ones.
Like a sickle almost.
The whole thing, dude. It's like my shoulders are killing me, but and again, I didn't write it off, so I'd look at it and go, yeah, that looks good. Whap! And the corn was only about maybe a foot tall. That worked. It was all right. And then this last year, we got some stuff and sprayed it and actually just killed the corn. And then I cut it. But people don't realize, like, weeds grow like crazy there now because it's open. So you're constantly cutting weeds. I have my buddies come in and help me work. My workers are the greatest. But they come up, we actually pull weeds. I mean, we're literally pulling weeds and throwing them into the corn.
Yeah.
It's so much work no one realizes and I get it. I don't think I really realized it either myself, but.
Unless you want to put even more money into it and put some landscaping bullshit over it, fill it up with a bunch of mulch. I mean, you can get mulch cheap.
Yeah.
That's an idea. I mean, you could, and that would effectively kill everything underneath of it.
But the problem we have is, like, it took.
Then you have to remulch it, like,
every year because
every week. How many people are walking through? Dude. Kicking it.
Well,
because people don't care.
2 years ago, it rained. Oh, dude, trust me. If you've seen all the shit we fix every week, like them trailers, people are in there just beating on the walls, knocking shit over, and I'm like, and my guy running it, he's trying to yell it down, but yet be professional to the people in line. So this year we're gonna have a lot more security guys.
Yeah.
That happens, I'm gonna throw your ass right out. Done. See ya. Just don't break our shit.
Right.
I go to other haunts. I volunteer at other haunts like in Flint, and stuff. And people put a lot. Of course, they're big dollar people. This is just me.
Right.
Most haunted houses have investors, like 2, 3, 4 of them, put all their money together, and they build these high-end haunts because they make bank. Yeah. I don't think people even realize. Like, I did really good. I charged $20 for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Most haunts are $20 to $25 per thing. And I had a woman go, man, that's a lot of money. This is the most expensive thing I've ever been to. I said, where the hell do you live?
Yeah, and most expensive thing you've ever been to?
Come on, man. I went to that haunted boat in Manistee. And I'm not trying to talk bad about it because it was cool. I am gonna talk bad about it. It sucked, dude. It was like $10. You walk through it. You stand in line. It literally took 20 minutes. And it wasn't scary. It looked cool. I think for what they do, it was cool. But I'm like, you're going to come yell at me about my price being too much? But the comments were awesome afterwards. Like, you're an idiot. Okay, Karen.
Okay, Karen.
Moron. Go here. And things like that. It bothers me, though, because when you put so much time, like, what did my girlfriend say? Since last Halloween, I've took 3 weeks off. So I built the buildings by myself in the winter. It was stupid. But you know what? You go out there, you do a little work. It's right by my house. I just got done wiring it. So now we're building all the cool shit in there.
What the hell are you doing to keep all that energy? Just to keep going?
It's draining. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's not cocaine.
No, like just...
I'm a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
I can't even drink caffeinated coffee anymore because my lungs and heart. So, no, it's just, I think it's just, okay, here's why people like me and other people do it. Yeah, you do it to make money. First of all, if you do it to make money, you're a fucking idiot because it's not going to happen. I lost money for 7 years. This is the first year I made money. I lost 15 grand last year. 2 years ago. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 years.
I'm always saying it that way. It's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because it got rained out. That's pretty frustrating when you're eating ramen noodles and your car's a piece of shit and everyone else has nice stuff and toys and boats. And I'm like, I got 15 skeletons.
Right, right.
I'm that guy. But here's the thing.
You want some ramen?
I love it, though. It's seeing... Okay, so I got neighbors. I live right by Lake Michigan. Like, it's across the street. My neighbors are usually rich, well-to-do people. I have a black house, black everything, black deck, black fencing. I have a hearse.
That's cool.
We shoot guns a lot. I'm a gun dealer. We do crazy shit. Flamethrowers in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
They're cool as hell. They love it. And I talked to the one gentleman, and I said, so, sorry if it was a little loud, 'cause sometimes... We try to close at like 11. We've been open till 1:30 before because they're just in there. And it takes a while to get them through. And we're like, and it's like, yeah, you guys, excuse me, are getting sick of staying on the line, but we've been doing this for 5 hours. I just want to take a piss.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, dude, a drink of water,
Yeah.
So with the chainsaws, it's pretty loud and it screams. And he goes, no, man, we sit up in our dormers and just laugh and watch the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, dude, if that was me, that would be badass.
Yeah.
Just sit and watch them. These crazy fuckers.
Yeah, look at these
I'm that crazy fucker.
Yeah.
We are, I should say, not just me. Because haunt workers are usually different. And I say that in a very loving way because I'm most definitely very different. So, you get a lot of you get kids that were gothic when it was gothic. They love Halloween. Some people come up and I'm like, dude, I think she's a Karen, right?
Yeah.
Is she scary as hell when you put a costume on and let her...
do it.
But like I said, the reaction from people is your payment, People they'll run out of, it's hard for me. I move around a lot because I have to in case someone gets hurt. And we were open for an hour 2 years ago and had an ambulance, 3 cop cars behind my house by the corn maze. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And some kid just... rolled his knee.
Oh.
And I'm like, really? I thought someone had a heart attack. It's the worst thing you're always afraid of.
Yeah.
I have very big waivers, but still that doesn't,
Right.
I actually thought I had a
so
guy
that waiver
die.
Protected you from, what?
Oh, yeah.
Guy die?
No, I thought he did.
Oh, you thought he did.
This was pretty good. He dropped. So there's this older gentleman going through, and he's got his grandkids. The grandkids are like teenagers, whatever. And he's breathing like really fucked up. And I'm saying, I'm getting ready to go. I go, ooh, wait a minute. So I go, whoa, full costumed up. I said, whoa, sir, are you all right? And he's like, I just can't breathe, you know. And I'm like, all right. So you can't stop the show because there's people behind them because we time it, you know, how they come through the best we can. So I'm like, come here with me. So I put him in the corner with me and just take a break for a minute, man. Just catch your breath. I go, and he was shaking. He had like a little hoodie on it. You know, when the sun goes down, it's cold.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time on the site, dress warm. Nobody listens. Everyone wants to be cool, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Can't be wearing a coat.
And you're not cool when you're freezing your ass off looking like a moron. So the sexy ones are ones wearing the Carhartts laughing. You know, probably drinking moonshine out of coffee. I don't care.
Right.
But yeah, man. So I come off to the side. A group comes through. I scare him. I said, okay, you all right? I look over like this. I'm looking at the thing, and he fell right in front of me. Whop, face first. Right in the, I'm like, fuck, dude. He's had a heart attack and died. His grandkids are like, ah. And I'm like, we got to stop the thing. Some of my workers heard, because he took corn down. I'm picking this guy up, and he's coherent. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. So I knew I had a chair in the corn for workers to sit. When we're slower or something happened. You know, sometimes you get hurt yourself. You need to stop. I set him in that seat, and I'm like, all right, where's my walkie? Oh, battery's dead. I left it on the whole time. All right, no big deal. So we continue to scare, mind you. He's over here, you know. I'm like, no, you're all right, dude. I think you're all right. You don't even mouth to mouth. Watch him. I got to scare these people. And then we came back. My other buddy came in, and I literally just had him put his arms around me like right here. And I'm like, we're walking to that light. That's the field. We're going straight through this corn. Just don't stop.
Right.
You know. And, man, I'm dragging this dude. Just so you know, I wear like 4-inch platform Kiss boots in my closet. I don't know why. I'm in the corn. No one sees that shit. I'm chasing you with a chainsaw with them on. I think it's because I'm an idiot, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Why wouldn't you do it?
No,
Come on,
I do
why
it.
You not? They're not
yeah.
Twist an ankle. You feel like an idiot, but whatever.
Yeah, but you're just that much taller.
We got that guy
powerful.
out there, man. I'm like, dude, got him in his car, and I said, look, Lake Michigan air is the greatest. Just sit in your car, window down. I said, you watch him. I had one of my help watch him. And I said, just take some deep breaths of this heavy Lake Michigan air. And he said within like 5 minutes, the grandkids walked through it again later. It's like, oh, he's fine. He said, thank you. And I'm like, damn, you know, 'cause I do have a woman that volunteers. She's an EMT.
Okay, she didn't go over there and see him?
She was on the other side.
And your walkie was dead.
Yeah, the other guy, one of my other guys, he like volunteers for like the Red Cross and shit. They both have medical bags, and they both had them. He went over there and checked on them and made sure everything was good and everything. So I'm like, here we go. Yeah, there are people walk out of there. I had the newspaper there one time.
He's probably thinking, he's like, Lake Michigan Air, fuck you. Yeah, I'm going to have a heart attack.
Fuck Stony Lake. I'm staying in Muskegon where it's safer. Well, you know, I never realized people were afraid of clowns.
You didn't realize that?
I knew. Like,
that's a thing, man.
Like, I had a buddy, Jake, who's not around anymore.
Especially when the killer clowns thing.
He hated clowns. You know, men hates clowns. So we'd always mess with him at the Halloween shows in my place, put clowns masks on once in a while. And man, I got socked a couple times. You can't be mad, right? I'm
right.
Like, okay. So people are afraid of clowns. I just wasn't really. I thought zombies were the thing. So I dressed up as a clown one time, and I was like, damn, man, these women are peeing. And here's the thing. If I pissed myself, I would sure as hell not show you.
No.
They let you know. Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
And sometimes it's really there.
It's like
their
drenched.
pants are, yeah. And I'm like, huh. And for us, that's great. That's like giving us a high five. Yeah, man. We had two shitters this year.
2 shitters.
Both men. That's
really
cool.
They shit their pants?
Shit their pants, man.
Where did they shit their pants?
So
like, was it all of it around the same thing?
Yeah. I got both people.
You got both people, so I guess you probably don't want to describe exactly what you're doing.
Oh, I will. People. It changes.
Okay. It changes every year? Okay, so how'd you get them this year?
Okay, so we always have a chainsaw at the end of the corner. Everyone does that.
Yeah, they chase you out with it.
Did that. Everyone knows that shit.
Chase you out with it.
And they know, but that's what makes it still awesome, right?
Yeah. Well, you're expecting it the whole time. You're like, whoa.
And that's what I usually do. Because I chase them right in the parking lot. They fall down. It's great. You make sure they're okay, and you basically go back in the car. Their friends could carry them to the car. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sorry, but it sounds impassionate, but I got shit to do.
Yeah, you signed a waiver.
Try not to be that dick. Yeah, they signed a waiver.
Well, you sign it knowing, I mean, you're going to a haunted house. Come on. And like you just said, like everybody knows you're going to, if you hear a chainsaw, you're probably getting chased out with
my waivers.
Tie your shoes.
An entire page. I even have it on there so I can use any photos you put on social media for my own use for the hunt. I mean, I tried to think. I took it to a lawyer, a friend of mine. Like, what do you think? And he's like, "You don't need me. It's great." I said, "Really?" Because I did steal some from other ones, added my own things, and just tried to cover everything. So I want my workers to be covered too.
Yeah,
workers get punched all the time. A lot of times, it is our fault. We're too close, But that's the way it is. I got hit twice. One of my workers broke his nose running into my shoulders. We were just getting into it. I come around the corner. He was going that way, and
have you ever had to fire somebody for doing that too much? Like just repeatedly doing it?
Not fire. I've had
let go, volunteer. A volunteer you had to let go.
Yeah, we're all volunteer based, which is cool. Yeah. And that's how most of them run.
That's what I meant. But
so I get guys that show up, dude, that I know, but I don't know.
Right.
And then look, you want to have a couple drinks before? I'm down. We don't drink. I know people do. I can't stop that. I tell people, I don't want you guys drinking. If you want to have a beer when you're out just scared, it's one thing, but you got to be coherent. Don't be drunk. Someone can get hurt. You can get hurt. We have a lot of kids. I thought this would be more adult. Like we first started, we were getting adults. I wanted to go hardcore, bloody, gory.
Well, that's what the parents want to do. They want to bring and scare their kids.
I want to chase them with an axe, and I want fucking terror.
Yeah.
And I got these little kids, and I'm like, holy shit, what are you bringing a kid that's 5 here? And they're screaming and hollering. And I'm like, they're holding the baby. And you jump out and go, like, we'll try to tell each other on the walkie. So I'll jump out with a chainsaw when they're having a baby.
Yeah, baby coming through.
What the fuck?
You guys got like a little ear? Is it just walkie? So like, how do you like disguise?
We have the earbuds.
Yeah.
And then we have the mask.
Baby coming through.
When we don't, we don't want everyone to hear, oh, so-and-so broke their leg or
somebody pooped.
Well, we'll have to talk about the poop stories. These are good.
Yeah.
Here's what we did in the one area. My son-in-law helped. He runs chainsaw for a business, cuts trees, so I had him help me. I had a Christmas area. You come out of the Christmas area, and there's a corner, and there's a long straightaway. This was the only thing I built purposely last year for the hunt, was this area. Because I put a big green light right there. And then there's lasers on the other end pointing this way. It's all distraction. The light stops you from seeing the guy with the chainsaw. Okay. And we're in a ways zone. You can't come running out. And nothing's worse, by the way, when the chainsaw don't start. Oh. You look like a dipshit.
Yeah, you do.
But they still fucking run away sometimes. They're like, that would have been good, bro. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
It's like coming too quick. Yeah, sorry. Could have been better.
Keep a machete on your backside.
I take all these drills and mount.
Then you just throw it down all mad and whip out a machete, and they're like, "Yeah, shit."
No, we mount car horns and shit to drills, cordless drills.
Oh,
dude, and you just you're not scared? You peed. We got you.
You peed.
So anyways, these guys come out of the circus area, and I got Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus hanging from nooses, and there's corny Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer music playing. And people sing, and I dig it, man. It's cool.
Dude, yeah, it's creepy.
So you sit there and wait, and he couldn't work that day. He was just sick or tired. I can't remember. So I said, all right, I'll do it. So I'm in full clown with the chainsaw, and I'm like, yeah, I'm back home. Yeah. And I ripped my elbow, my tendon. So I'm like, I don't know if I could even do this. Oh, yeah, the adrenaline, dude. So I'm waiting. These guys are walking through, and they're singing Christmas carols, whatever. One guy goes, yeah, Miss Santa Claus, whatever. And he's saying whatever.
You gotta hear some of the dumbest shit.
I'll tell you a story about one.
Okay,
This is a good one later.
Yeah.
So I come running out with a chainsaw, and it fired up perfectly. And he was talking a little shit. This ain't scary right here. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So rather than just come out with a chainsaw, no, you gotta flail it.
Yeah.
I can't even do it without the mask. It's so stupid. I got this total voice, total everything.
Yeah.
But you gotta be in character. And I'm out there like, we hate Christmas here, or whatever the fuck I said. Man, that guy took off running, took out his buddy, and they were kind of bigger guys. Took out his buddy, First of all, when can a guy that's talking this low scream? I was like super high. I was like, oh, you're the bitch. That was great. Dude, I turned the chainsaw off. He's running down this way. And the idea is I stop the chainsaw and you're continuing to go. The lasers distract you. You're like, okay, you see the corner. Because if not, they'll run right into the corner.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to do longer straightaways. I had a buddy there with one of them Ugelhorn drills, and he'd jump out and get you once you come down from the chainsaw guy. So it was a cool little thing, right? He got him with the horn. That guy was bitching, and I'm sitting there. I go, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Dude, I just shit my pants." Here's the worst part. The worst, funniest, best part is he's like, "No, dude, touch my leg, dude. It's running down my leg."
No.
And I'm like, first of all, if I shit my pants, you're not gonna know. I'm not telling no one.
Yeah.
I'm exit stage wiping my ass on my socks and act like it never happened. Get in my car naked, whatever. Dude, so we're all laughing. And my buddy's like, dude, that guy's shit. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we had another guy shit, the same thing. Went through, he tripped and fell down, and I just stopped. I was right over top him, just swinging
Oh, you're right over.
Oh, right over top him. Good way to get kicked in the balls, by the way.
Yeah.
You just like, whatever, I would have took it. Threw up and I would have took it. Anyways, the guy was sitting there and you could visibly see like he pissed himself. And I was like, yeah. And then we heard guy down the end's like,
yes. Another one, guys. Another one.
It sounds so fucked up, but it's true. So my buddy's like, yeah, man, you missed it, dude. He's sitting there, he shit himself. It was terrible. They could smell it. His buddies were pissed. They were dogging him out. He was mad. They ended up, I think he went through like, just walk straight that way, guys. There's a 2-track, you can go to your car,
Yeah.
You can leave.
You can leave.
2 years ago, well, I had shit in my pants and it's runny or whatever.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Maybe I didn't chew my corn good or something. I want to get the fuck out. Right?
Yeah, anything like that. I'm getting the fuck out,
dude. So the best one though are these girls, man. I had these 3 girls, and it was a chainsaw, but this is another here, another spot. And I just had this little electric one. It's made to sound like a real one. It's got like a strobe light and a loud scream on it. So I jumped out and I did that. And my God, did she let out the loudest Bigfoot fart I ever heard in my life. And I just went, and it was like for a split second, they all stopped and looked at me. I'm looking at them. We had a moment, of like, did that shit really just happen?
Yeah,
and then she took off, and then I was like, oh yeah, and then I took off after him again, and they run, and then they fall down because she grabbed both of them. She was in the middle. Don't put the bigger person in the middle. That's never good. So they fall, and I'm like, yeah, I jump in. I'm still thinking, wow, man, she really farted a loud, wet fart. And then she's like, oh my God, I just shit my fucking pants. And I'm like, again, I would tell no one. But maybe it's not, I don't know. I didn't find any dirty underwear in the parking lot. I was waiting to find a shirt.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she got in the car that way.
Oh.
Or I didn't really pay attention to Porta John, see what was in there. But anyway,
I
thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
But just that split second, it was like in a movie where we both look at each other like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that just happen? Who did that?
You did that?
Did you do that?
I almost golf clapped, like that. I was like, that was good.
Full costume.
She had full anal retention going on there, holding that one in for a while. But yeah.
Full anal retention.
It happens sometimes. My analogies can be kind of out there, I'm not going to lie.
Full anal.
Full anal with a thumb. So, but I didn't realize this, but I talked to ladies and they tell me once you have children, it's easier to pee yourself. I guess.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because I'm like, why are more women not embarrassed when they pee? Like, they all tell us.
Right.
My girlfriend was in line, is a clown, and she said she didn't really even do anything. The girl turned around and pissed herself right there. And I was like, I just pissed. And I was like, wow, way to overachieve, That's stellar.
Scaring them in line.
Yeah. And the other thing I said about people bringing the kids though, there's some really evil little kids out there. Like this year, there was this little girl. She was adorable. I can't even tell you her age. Very small, very small. And she just got pictures of my girlfriend, my other buddy. He was like an evil grandma thing,
Yeah.
Loved it. I ended up walking through because they said, hey, the lines are big. You want to come work the crowd a little bit? Yeah. And my clowns I post all year, they want to see that clown some. So I go through, take a few pictures, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This little girl was like just grabbing my leg and I'm like, she ain't scared at all. I'm like, wow, took a picture with her. And they said, we're here because of her. This is what she wanted to do tonight. And I'm like, oh, you rock, some knuckle bumping her and all this. Yeah, she's tiny. Well, in the corn later, because it took a while for them to get in, unfortunately, because we had so many people. But when they were going through, man, like her family just like, they run by, right? I didn't even get to scare them. I was moving through. I see them going by and they're running. And then earlier they were like, well, where's Monica, whatever her name? Where's she at? Oh my God. I'm like, you just left your kid?
Yeah.
Oh, so they took off running. The older kid's running. This little girl's by herself, walking behind her, just laughing. Guys, you're just scared. She's like, ha.
Really?
Yeah, cool. And
Cool.
I'm like, what the hell, man? This kid's evil.
Yeah.
She grew up watching like Nightmare on Elm Street or something. But
right.
it was great. I mean, she loved it. And she was all by herself in the dark. Didn't give two shits, man.
That's great.
And I'm like, that's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay.
A few years, you can volunteer here too. You can be the creepy child or something.
I'll be honest. My friend Katie brought her kids and they dressed up. She goes, what did they dress up as? We were talking about it. I'm like, dolls.
Yeah.
I said, we'll do a little thing. So I put some pallets up and I took like Barbie dolls and bloodied them and tied them to these pallets, put a strobe light there. So you walk in the corn, there's a little something else to look at. And there were these girls. Man, they were fucking evil. Like, they were like doing like, there's other girls out there and they're singing Ring Around the Rosie and stuff and singing these people were like, whoa. And the one would just, she would just stand there, right? And they'd walk up and they were like, oh my God, what? And the other girl would jump out and scream and they were killing.
Yeah, dude.
I tell people all the time, you can be a big 300-pound badass dude, the big beard, tattoos, think you're the shit. Fuck no, man. Them old girls will scare you any day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids are
awesome. Are creepy, man.
They're awesome, man.
They're creepy though too.
I just don't know what it is, but yeah, I mean, and we have, and not to sound like weird, but I think it's so great that everyone always thinks you see like the haunts. You always see like the big dude with the chainsaws.
Yeah,
dude. Most of my help are women, and they kill it. They pull more weight than the dudes do sometimes. Not always, but I'll see like people coming to volunteer. Yeah, my wife and or this is my wife's gonna help me, and the guy's talking all this shit.
Yeah,
and I'll kind of walk through. I'll walk actually in the corner a little bit and just see what people are doing, see how things are going. And this one guy, he sucked, man. His wife was just. I'm like, holy shit, she's possessed, dude.
Yeah,
she was just getting all into it. And he was like going,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wow, you just got out. Your wife
out scared.
Oh, dude, she just owned you tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get into it. You can't just half-ass it.
I really hope he's like better in bed than he was in the car. Maybe she's doing that too. I'm choking you, bitch.
Yeah, you bitch.
You're my bitch.
Yeah, he's the bitch.
He's the bitch.
He's the bitch. If he would have been at that straightaway, he probably would have shit his pants.
She probably said that you can act tough in the corn. We all know I'm the badass, but it's okay.
Before they arrived, like, you can act tough in the corn, not in the car, honey.
Here's your balls.
You can have them tonight.
You will shave tomorrow. Yeah, it's just...
Don't leave within 300 feet of me, please.
I just think it's awesome that I think all those stereotypical things you would think about a haunt are not true. It's
right.
like I said,
like the animatronics thing, like Erebus down in Pontiac, I think it is.
Dude, Erebus
like they'll
is number one, but
they'll advertise like that big monkey thing that comes out and swipes at your feet.
It's pretty awesome.
It's awesome, but is it like that scary? Initially, see, this is what I was going to say earlier. Like, what scares me the most is when you're walking down and then somebody like pops open something and it slams against it's really loud and then they pop out.
Yep.
That's the freakiest to me because you're not expecting it. So that unexpected monkey coming out or whatever that is down there, that's what's scary. But then once you see what it is, you're like, oh.
Startle scares.
Yeah,
startle scares.
That's the scariest for me.
I hate how they call it startle scares because it ain't. It's more, I'm going to shit my
jump
pants,
scare.
jump up and down, jump scares, right.
Yeah.
Like, all haunts use these. I actually don't have any, but I think I might put one in the indoor haunt. But they'll have like frames on the wall, and a guy will be standing behind you, and it's just hooked
yeah.
up to a hook, and you drop it, and it just goes wham, and it drops to the ground. It's a drop, and then you jump out and go, rah,
Right.
and then you put it back up. I don't care, man. That is, if it's the most overused thing in a haunt, it's the best.
It's the best used thing.
Haunt.
Yeah.
They got things now. They're like firecrackers. You go with the motion sensors. You walk by, it sounds like a bunch of firecrackers. That will scare the shit out of you more than Dracula coming out of a coffin like.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love, man. I go to no names, because like I said, I always said we were a home haunt, but we moved up from a home haunt.
Sounds like
because we have way more people, more. I mean, obviously the square footage is a lot bigger. I can't really do much more anymore, but so I just make what I have better.
Yeah.
But like I said, we got the little stage there, and I have.
Well, do you have two mazes?
We have a corn maze and the haunted corn maze.
So
the corn maze is just a nighttime corn maze, which is freaky, and everyone's screaming in there, and I'm like, dude, there's no one in there.
they're just freaking themselves out.
Right. So what I was gonna do this year was actually like put like a Michael Myers out there, like dressed up.
Statue.
Yeah, a bunch of them, and then put like a certain kind of a punch. And then you take a card that we're gonna give you, and you go find all the guys.
Oh, there you go.
And then if it's put your name and number or whatever, and then if these punches work, we're gonna give away a custom mask.
There you go.
So I'm thinking about doing that. The problem we're having is you can't plant corn in a field over and over again. It's not good for the field.
No, you have to alternate.
We've been doing this 7 years. So the guy that runs my land's like, yeah, plant corn one more year, and I'm like, yeah, well that'll
So what do you do then?
Well, right. So I'm like, okay, we got a year to think about this. I might get rid of the corn maze in a ways because with the indoor haunt, because of the lines, we want people to go through everything and not just. So rather than having them waste so much time just going to the maze, we'll make the other one bigger. So he can have all that land and plant like wheat or whatever he wants. Hay. I have to have corn in mind. So either I'm going to have to like pay him to do, because we do a trade thing. Mm-hmm. But last year we knocked down so much corn that, I think I lost, because the corn got super dry.
So were you using the corn too? Like corn was yours? Or
No, he rents the land out. He plants the corn and everything.
And then once all of it's done, you'd put the corn maze in.
Yep, and I cut what I need out. And we deduct roughly what we think, how many bushel of corn we're taking out. But shit, man, this year people were falling into the corn here, falling over there. You just touched it. It was breaking. So there's a lot of corn on the ground. So, so where we had the haunt in them two spots weren't great harvests for him because a lot of it was on the ground. Uh-huh. So I don't know what I'm gonna do next year. If we have to plant it ourselves, I think we'll plant silo corn. It grows super tall. Doesn't produce a lot of corn, which I don't give a shit about because I just want the corn. We talked about putting sorghum Sudan grass things. That grows really tall in that. But the wind could blow it down. It gets really dry. It's going to be a fire hazard.
Right.
I say no smoking in the corn. I'm constantly walking up, knocking cigarettes out of people's hands.
Just because you don't want that shit catching on fire.
Yeah, and one guy gave me shit about it. And, I broke my rule and kind of cussed him out a little bit. 'Cause I told my workers, be professional, Right. But I was pissed. I'm like, dude, you endangering every person in here because the guy didn't till the ground up last year.
Just wait until you get out of the damn corn to have the cigarette.
Dude, it's 20 minutes to walk through the fucking maze. You can't really.
Yeah.
But
now, is there like spots during like the Haunted Acres, because there's like multiple attractions? So is it set up to where you exit an attraction, you're like going right over the next, or is there like spots where people will kind of congregate?
Imagine a big. Like
do you have like common spaces where people kind of sit and stand for a little while they're waiting to go to the next?
Yeah. So when you first walk in, imagine it like a rectangle. So you walk in. Here's the Wild West town, and you walk through the Wild West town, and that's the line to go to Field of Screams. The only unfortunate thing, Field of Screams brings you in the parking lot. It's just the only best way to do it. Uh-huh. People getting scared and you. So it sucks. You gotta come back in, but
right.
So there's that area. Back here is where we had our circus tent, and there was like a freak show exhibit.
Oh, nice.
And I have a stage there, and that's where I want to have bands again.
Okay.
And yes, we are going to have bands again. It's been like years, and I just can't.
And this time it's going to be the Devil's Playground.
Actually, that's what the bottom of the barn is actually called, the Devil's Playground.
Okay.
I said no. I had a sign from it. years ago, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm putting it on here." I mean, it's Halloween. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. I mean, no, I can say I was like, keep your holy water at home. I'm not trying to say, I'm just saying, come on, man. This is a Halloween thing. This is gonna be scary. It's gonna be evil. It's gonna be, you know, just not Frankenmuth. You know, you go to Frankenmuth.
Yeah, it's not Frankenmuth.
You go to Frankenmuth and there's Krampus. You know, and okay, then you might be crossing the line. That's safe and nice. We're evil.
Well, why was Frankenmuth like really religious or something?
No, Frankenmuth has that Bronner's.
Oh, the Bronner's Christmas.
Remember the big Christmas?
Yeah, the Christmas.
So I'm saying, I doubt you're
you ever
going
been there?
Years ago, and I'm a big
place is so it's huge.
I told my girlfriend, we gotta take the kids there. Cause you take a day, I think, and walk.
Yeah, you can go there. You can even like if you're all into it, you can get like the custom ornaments.
I just want to know if I can walk in there dressed as Krampus, or will they kick me out?
Dude,
because my Krampus.
You have to do it and film it.
Because
no, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, because
you got to film you walking
with the
into
new
Bronner's.
outfit, with the new mask I custom made. The horns are 44 inches. No, 40 inches. Sorry. I'm not tall.
So that's a little.
That's got to be. It's almost
inches.
7 foot tall, and I want to make custom.
7 foot tall before the horns.
No, with the horns. I imagine I'm probably 7 foot tall. Okay. I'm guessing because they sweep back.
All right.
But it's like this wide. So doorways, you're like, excuse me, pardon me, trying to be evil, but excuse me.
Trying to be evil.
You know.
Don't mind me.
Don't want to touch you in a bit. I need an adult, you know. So, yeah, because when we do Mortar Sea Nightmares this year, I'm bummed because it's going to be in the middle of summer. And usually it's the first of spring. And I'm wearing the Krampus suit. And I got there's 120 feet of chain attached to the suit too, with bells and everything. And it's the red, I had it custom made. And then I have that, and I'm gonna get a staff with some dead babies or some shit. I don't know what. I'm gonna have a skull, and just to help me so I don't fall and look like an asshole.
Right.
Because
but it has to be evil too. It can't just be a stick.
Yeah. Well, actually, Krampus always has he actually had a twitch, and if you were not good, St. Nicholas would come to you. Krampus would come get you, and he'd beat you with the switch. That's for you. Yeah. And then he'd put the kids in trappers have them wooden woven baskets that were on their back, and that's what they'd put the kid. I have one, but then I found this animatronic that has a little girl in it. It's kind of gay. It ain't really scary, but it's cool. It'll go off. Yeah. So I was gonna wear it on my back. So it looks like I got a kid. Trying to make it at least look a little better. But I thought that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they'd let me. But I'm like, man.
You just got to try it.
And just walk in and go, what? Where does it say? Say you can't, what? Can't wear a mask?
Yeah.
Totally play stupid. Huh? What?
Yeah. What do you mean? I thought masks were accepted everywhere.
Every May 4th, I have a lot of costumes. So I have the high-end Darth Vader Supreme costume. So every May 4th, I dress up and usually go to Ludington and I go grocery shopping as Darth Vader.
Really?
Yeah, you can always see the Miter security, they're all played. But I'm like, I've seen that guy 3 times, and I got the thing so it changes my voice that I bought. The guy got sued, so he doesn't make him anymore. But yeah, you can literally sound like James Earl Jones. You just gotta lower your voice a little bit.
Damn.
And I'd walk through, and the kids love it. I go, it's May the 4th, man.
Right.
So not such a big deal for that. But on Friday the 13th, when I dress up as Jason, they tend to not like that in the store, Walmart and Myers. I did it, and I'm like, dude, I'm wearing that. I didn't bring the machete. It's a plastic one, because I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. So I walked in. I don't think I made it 5 minutes, man.
Really? They were already asking.
Sir, can we still talk to you for a minute? Yeah, what's up? I was like, no, it was Friday the 13th, people in the parking lot were taking pictures of people that get it.
Yeah.
And they're like, we just really can't. And I said, I do understand that. There's kids, it's kind of evil. But Darth Vader, he's evil, but dude, it's Darth Vader.
Yeah, it's Darth Vader. Everybody.
Fucking Darth Vader,
Did you ever film any of that?
Dude, no.
Come on, man.
I know. I'm an idiot. I usually
do it.
It's during the week. Yeah, we should.
I'll do it.
I thought it'd be cool to drive the hearse in places to get out. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they got them boxes you can wear on your sides now and do the thing, so you play the music.
You got to do the Freddy Krueger thing or whatever. You got to do that just multiple places.
Well, you'd
fucking blow up.
When I went to Double J as Darth Vader, they have the actual Star Wars sit-down game, and it's old as fuck. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was playing it in the arcade, and this little boy must have went, I heard him tell his mom, Mommy, Darth Vader's playing the video game over there. Sure he is, little Billy.
Sure he
He's a
is.
little special.
Yeah.
He didn't take his Ritalin today.
He didn't take his meds.
She walked in and went, holy fuck, he is there playing the video game. And I'm over there playing the game, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Man. It was just... I was going to do it this year, and God dang it, May 4th came, and I got busy, and I'm like, I'm doing shit on the haunt because it wasn't crappy out, and I'm like, man, the costume's a bitch to get on. I can't drive with it, so you got to put all the stuff on, and you're by yourself. And I really wanted to take the hearse, and I'm like, fuck it, I won't do it this year, but next year I definitely want to try to do video.
Yeah.
And just because you need to put the GoPro like right here, because it's got all the lights and all the shit, but just I mean, I just
you gotta have somebody else taking video too from like afar, just so you can see the reaction.
I think reaction,
the people, and like what the fuck.
Because I made sure I grabbed. When I was Jason, I made sure I grabbed a cart and walked in pushing the cart. Just like I do this every day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just grabbing shit, random shit.
I really was hoping I could get to where the meat department was. I just wanted to fill the cart up with like raw meat.
Just raw meat.
Then I just leave it and walk out. Just for effect, Pull out a tape measure, measure a kid.
Yeah.
Too big, damn it.
Too big.
I was just like, shit.
That'd be great.
Well, you think about it. When it comes to stuff like I like to do and other people like me like to do, there's endless possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
You can do I was doing photography for a little bit. I'm going to get into it again. I've just been too busy doing other shit. But, it wasn't like people go, hey, man, my daughter's having a graduation. You want to do pictures? Like, can I cover her in blood? Because my photos are covered in blood. Usually women come over, and this sounds bad, but they come over. We recreate stuff. So we did a Silent Hill. My friend Michelle come over, and she basically got naked. I rolled her. We put tape where we had to just because didn't want the Janet Jackson thing to happen.
Right.
And wrapped her in gauze and white paint, and we did some evil shit. And she's like really good at contorting her body and stuff. She's, by the way, a killer zombie in my haunt. Like, she'll walk around the whole time we're open, twisting and being all crazy. And I'm like, who the hell does that? Her. I need five more reviews.
Somebody who can do it. Contort themselves like that, and it doesn't fucking hurt.
I can put my shoes on, man. I'm old and my back hurts now and shit.
And those people that can do the weird shit where they like can bend their whole, like they look like in the scary movies with the head. I don't know, it's weird.
Well, I have friends that they were just at my house actually last weekend. Shannon Razorblade, her name is really Shannon Razorblade, but that's her performer. House of Razorblades.
Yep.
And
from the east side, right?
Yep. So, and she's done body suspensions there, and Kev blows fire, and I want to blow fire, so hopefully we'll work something out like that. But we're gonna try to do some stuff in the summer next year. We'll open up like the haunt, just not the cornfields won't be, but the indoor haunt, the stuff, and do a freak show. Maybe have a band. That's what we're talking about doing.
Yes.
And to interact it, so when the band plays, they're gonna be in the middle of the haunt area. Like we got carnival games. I got a Loch Ness monster thing over here. There's a food thing over here.
So there's carnival games and stuff too. Like there's a ton of stuff at this place.
If it's getting there. If I could, I'd
most haunts, like we said this earlier. You go anywhere else for a haunt, Erebus, the best, the number one. Mm-hmm. That's it, and you leave. It's pretty much it.
And here's the thing:
they might have like 2 haunts, but there's nothing. I unless I haven't been to enough.
No, that's usually it. And you walk through and go, oh, now what we do? And maybe they'll
sell. You leave.
Maybe they'll sell donuts. Like we went to this one place, and they had this big area, big farmers, a lot of money. And we go through it, and their corn maze sucks. The corn is like 10 foot tall. The actors walk up to you and go like, ugh. And there's like 5 people, and I'm like, what the? This is like my workers. We're in here going, oh my God, we'll be like Willy Wonka, The kids in the Willy Wonka like, ah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, I need that. But their haunted forest is amazing. Same thing every year, but it's amazing. But you go where they sell like donuts and stuff, and no one's dressed up. There's no Halloween shit on the walls, and I'm like, this could be fun.
Yeah.
Like this could be really fun. When you're waiting in line, it's cool to have line actors. You know, I mean, it's cool. There's some people like to get their picture taken. I like it, but I don't. I want to scare people.
Right.
I mean, people shit. That's fun.
People shit.
This ain't. Oh, hey.
You see people shit here.
And what's stupid is when you're wearing a mask, you're smiling.
Right.
You're like
yeah.
cheesy all the way.
Yeah.
I'm always like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Dude? Why do I do this?
But you have the mask on. You have the whole attire. That's you now. Nobody can see
retarded.
you. It's just you're that guy.
Yeah, man, and it's
That's
cool,
why it's hard to do the voice without the outfit.
I don't know how that is. I feel really stupid that I cannot do it, but I feel like an idiot doing it.
It's because it's you doing it now, and it's idiotic.
Right. That actually makes. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's it.
It's not me. It's me. No,
It's not me. It's me.
It's me.
Yeah.
No, man.
That's what it is.
Haunted stuff's great. But anyways, House of Razor Blades, I want to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Have them come in.
What was she doing? Did she start doing like reading stories to kids or something?
She actually has a book. It's for sale on Amazon. Plug.
Oh yeah, she's got a book.
Can't remember the name
too.
of it. Just introducing kids to, like the Viking.
Nordic.
I don't want to say
Nordic stuff.
Yeah, not so much the lifestyle, but the tales, the stories.
Yeah.
About Thor and all this. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit there, and with Vikings and everything, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, they got the tattoos on their face. It's no joke.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
She made me some beautiful shit for my house, man. Out of bone and that. So, like she wants to do some stuff like that. She's been doing, still trying to do the music scene. COVID messed up everything.
Oh yeah.
And the music scene was starting to suck, anyways, man. No bars were having bands anymore.
Now they're way less now, though.
Way less, man. I'll tell you what, man. Before I started doing any of my shit, and I was like,
you know what I think?
The music scene in Muskegon killed any place in Michigan.
Yeah,
back
that's
in the day. There'd be like
that's what a lot
5
of people
bands
say.
everywhere playing. The music scene was out of control. There was a lot more bars open, and bars that were making the money on selling the alcohol to us metalheads or music people that want to get crazy. And them same places now serve steaks and tacos and that. And I get it, dude. You got to survive. But I'm like, but what happened to the music scene? I just don't. I don't get it.
It's just
people still love music. There's still bands out there. We need venues, So
yeah, we just lost a bunch now too. That's.
Yeah, like we were talking about
I think
earlier.
it's going
the loft in Lansing. I mean, that whole corner got shut down.
I think it's really going to kind of weed a bunch of bands out.
I'm afraid you're correct.
It's going to weed the ones that probably didn't have well-established roots.
The bands don't need to play a lot anymore. Let's just be honest. Now you can podcast. You do TikTok videos or whatever, YouTube.
That's more like content creators. There's a band.
Well, there's a lot of bands doing like when they couldn't play live, they were
these terrible live streams.
Live streams. There you go.
It's terrible. I mean, maybe if you want to go I think it was who was it? Jesse, it was Nagazi. What did Heartsick do it with them too? I don't know. There's a few bands. There was a few bands that went somewhere. They filmed a live stream and then it released later, so that way it had like way better production.
Yeah.
It was the bands that were going live and then just playing to whatever they had. And I'm just like, this is just terrible.
And it just sucks that bands want to play. They want to play like you're talking about Heartsick. They just went on that tour with Carol's Confession and we were discussing it. The photos looked like the bars looked busy. People were supporting music. I don't think a lot of shows are in Michigan, but regardless, I don't matter where. People just want to get out, Yeah. I always say if the intersection can have a band play next week, I don't care if they suck ass. I think they would sell a lot of tickets. Yeah. Because I just want to get out. You got the big places,
Yeah, he's booking it. They're booking again. Once they're.
Yep. I heard when they got Ginger playing.
Yeah.
They're playing. Other than that, I didn't really see a whole lot yet, but.
No, I think it's more of the smaller venues, right? I don't know. You've seen a bunch, right, Jesse?
They're starting to come in for fall, winter time.
Yeah,
like fall.
It'd be hard though. It's scary to try to book now and put all this money into promotion and shit, and then have something happen again and get shut down.
It's scary, but you can't just be caught fucked. Like, oh, I'm late to the booking game.
Well, you see, Motley Crue has canceled their tour yet again.
Yeah.
For And I'm like, till next year. And they said, no, it's not our fault. It's this and that, and the production company. And that could be. But I'm like, no, Vince is fat, man. He ain't lost weight yet. That man needs 15 enemas.
Dude,
colonics.
fucking Corona hit. He's probably even heavier.
Oh, him. Corona's been hitting him for 5 years. Corona Lime.
Corona Lime.
You know, Motley Crue's one of my favorite bands ever. But damn, dude, what the fuck happened to him?
They fucking basically should just stay retired. That's what's happened to him.
They made their money.
That's what it is. It's a cash grab.
It is.
It's to come out and get people like you to fucking go to the show.
Yeah.
Relive their old times.
And they're bringing all these bands that are all has-beens too. So sorry to say.
Yeah, pretty much. I love Def Leppard. I like Def
would love
Leppard
to see
way
Def
more
Leppard.
than Motley Crue,
I've
probably.
never seen Def Leppard, and I've seen a lot of bands. I'm a band nerd freak, concert junkie, but I've never seen Def Leppard.
But they're still way past their prime too.
Yeah,
washed up.
I see them guys, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if I could even hold a guitar that long for a full concert anymore at their age.
That's what I'm saying.
But it is like, and here's my thing: I'm cool with bands coming out and doing whatever. Why the fuck? Even if they didn't have the lineup they have, why are tickets $100? This might piss off people, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. This is one thing I'm gonna say about metal and rock and roll. You go to a metal and rock and roll show, you can go like to the intersection, pay $25. See like some great local bands, some up and coming bands that are, signed, and then you got your headliners.
Right.
$25. That's great. Even at like on your free fare, if they have a rock band play or something, it's gonna be this much, you can afford it. You have a country music artist play? Why are tickets $55 to $75? For a guy standing there playing a guitar that's not plugged in. I mean, no disrespect.
Well, even pop stars and stuff
even
like
then,
that too.
I just don't. I'm like, dude, I do.
The
Obviously, I
discrepancy.
can't imagine the show costs that much more that they have to do that, or they're just greedy because they don't work as hard as.
I guess I didn't think
other
about the show
genres.
production because when you're like, I would relate that more to pop because there's a huge discrepancy between pop and metal.
Very much.
But I mean, maybe I guess there's way more stage production, but because normally it's only like one person, but not to the extremes that it is.
I mean, let's be honest.
Like,
Country music now is just Nickelback with a cowboy hat on.
There you go.
I mean, really. I mean, Florida Georgia Line. Even I was tapping my foot one time, going, "Oh, they're singing about Fireball," and I'm like, "Okay, wow, this is actually kind of good." And then I'm like, "Really? Are they wearing jeans from the mall and a chain wallet?" And he's got a tattoo. Look, he's got a tattoo. He's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. He just got it. How cute. He's 40. He's got a tattoo. So I'm like, there you go, country music. Sorry. People that hate country music, they get it. People that love it, sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah.
I have my opinion. But I just
can't get into it.
I've been doing concert security at Valdoux for so long. When I used to work for the police and I was in a county some, and I'll say, yeah, rock bands would come in. I'd see the show, the same backstage production. I'd see what they would charge. Country band would come in, and I'm like, I just don't think that's right. How's that fair to your fans?
Yeah.
So, to me, getting back to the music scene, I would love to see more places the size of the intersection. I think Grand Rapids could use another one. I always said I wish Muskegon had something. I think LC Walker is the biggest waste of space I've ever seen in my life. And then when a band plays there, it's either like Skillet played, okay, that's cool, but then Aretha Franklin was gonna play, but she got gout or something. I don't know. Couldn't play. I'm just like, they have all these people. I'm sorry.
Is that factual, or did you just pull that from your head? Because either way, it's funny.
I pulled that on my ass.
Gout.
That's even funnier.
It is.
Jesse, are you surprised? And no
a
Fireball's been introduced to this mine.
Right.
Gout. That's what you get in your toe, right?
But yeah.
Toenail or whatever. Fucking gross, dude.
She was kind of big at the end. I don't know. Figured she couldn't fall down or something. But I was like, LC Walk Arena, man. Come on, I seen fucking Guns N' Roses, Rat play there. White Zombie, I believe.
Didn't Pantera play there?
Yeah,
Pantera?
fucking Pantera played there.
Fucking Pantera.
And they, what do you really need for a rock show? Let's be honest, dude. Just fucking
weed.
Some lights. Yeah, weed, alcohol, and a bad fucking attitude. We got this shit. I mean, most 3 bitches wearing half shirts. That's all you need in the front. Just give us a rock and roll show. But I just wished I actually was hoping Club Envy was going to be that place.
They had some fun shows.
They did, and I'm like, dude, this could happen. Not a lot of support. It seemed like there wasn't.
Underage
There's
drinking
never
very
enough
common.
support.
Dude, OTEP played there on a Sunday. I don't know, it was a Sunday. And I walked in. I'm a huge OTEP fan, even though she's crazy. But I walked in. I'm like, wow, cool. There's 20 people. Oh, there's still 20 people.
That's the problem though. That's the problem though. You got
Mushroom
honestly
Man played there, and I never knew it. How the fuck do I not know? Mushroom
honestly,
Man
here's
played
what you
there?
need. You want a really thriving metal scene. You get rid of, well, I'm already out of the metal scene because I'm not playing music anymore. But you get rid of people like me, fucking Jesse, everybody else that's got way too much other shit going on. And then you get all these younger ones that maybe just have girlfriends or nothing serious. And then they can all go out and support each other every fucking show and go to all the shows. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, we got this thriving metal scene.
Yeah.
To where with me, like, I couldn't go to everybody else's shows. I got shit going on at home. I got a wife. I got kids.
Dude, I go to bed
I
at
don't
like 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
What the fuck happened? Watching
I
TikTok
can't go.
videos.
I can't go to every show. Now, it's not to say like get rid of all the bands. Like I love watching Jesse and them play. Like I love all of it. But it's hard because you need all the other bands coming out to the shows because a lot of times you're playing to a lot of other bands and you're playing like you go to a metal show, like half the people there fucking play an instrument.
Yeah.
Or they're trying to start a band.
And, or it's like, man, there's a lot of people here. Oh, them are the bands and the girlfriends and cousins.
Yeah.
Travel with the other bands.
Yeah.
I mean, I went
That's
with,
what you need,
I
though.
went with Heartsick and we went to New York, and we played this one show and it's like fucking packed full of people, right?
Right.
We go to this other bar and it's a big bar. They didn't promote the show very well anyways. Ended up being there was a big music festival, and it was Brooklyn, so wherever part of New York. And that's like, man, everyone. So the one band played, there's like 10 people watching, 15. And we were
10,
watching.
15.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, really?
You were part of the 10, 15.
Yeah, and all the other bands, and then they played, and they were great. And then they got done, and there was like 8. And then Sick went out there, and the bands that opened didn't even stay to watch.
Oh, it was just them?
I was like,
it was just a couple people?
Douchebag fuckers. Now, 2 guys from one of the bands stayed, and then some people showed up, and they raved, and Heartsick's like, fuck this. And they went absolutely apeshit crazy. It was a hell of a show.
Yeah.
But there was no one there. That's the difference of one place to the next, how it can change.
Right. It can.
So I'm like, and the worst part about it is, to me with music, maybe I'm off base, but I've seen it just trying to book stuff. Because, it's like, okay, do you want to book a band and make money? Which all businesses do, let's be honest.
Right.
Or do you
true.
want to book a band and just hopefully break even and do okay?
And have a really fucking killer
I
night.
lost so much goddamn money doing shows. It was stupid. Halloween, I had made money because it was Halloween. Because people didn't even like the bands that were playing would come out, which is weird. No, and they come out and go, fuck, these guys are brutal.
Right.
Yeah, you should. They played all summer. Where were you?
Yeah, where were you?
But that's just how it was, But dude, the people, you always see the same people at the shows, at my shows, and everyone was so awesome, dude. The only time we ever had a problem there was when somebody showed up that we didn't know.
Really?
Someone showed up, like the tourists, the guys who show up. Oh, is he wearing a pink shirt? Really? Is that teal? Why are they here? And then they're the ones that would just go there to get fucked up and cause problems. Dude, no, man, for the most part, we never had. We had fights, and you drag people outside, and they're usually fighting over a chick, and go, really? Really? Are you here to get laid or here to rock and roll? You go over here, you go over here. I'm not kicking you out. Come back in later. Then you come back later, and they got the arms around each other, headbanging.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Right. You're here to watch a show.
You here to get laid or you here to watch rock and roll? What the hell's going on?
Dude, I can barely walk in my house, much less get laid after I have my shows. I'm like, come on, guys.
Shit.
We're going to rage, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Jesse's probably seen that a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here's this happens all the time. Not so much now because Barn's been gone a little bit now, but
How long ago was that?
5 years now. Going on
And you
5.
haven't had a show since then because you have nowhere to put it on.
Nowhere. Now we got
Did
a
you lose
smaller
all
stage.
your equipment?
Everything.
Lost everything.
Every single thing I had.
All your PAs, all of your mics,
everything. All my memorabilia from bands. You know what sucks? One of the bands that played there just sent me a drumhead signed by Korn that they just got when they played opening up for Korn. They opened way early, but but still they were there. They got it. And he's a big Korn fan. I want you to have it in the barn. Literally hung it up there 2 days before the fire.
Ah.
Yeah, I had a lot of cool shit that we were like. I found
What band was he in? Do you remember?
Silence No More. Yep. And they, when I met them, they were supposed to go play some festival with Mushroom Head and all these bands, and they showed up to my place. They were supposed to play with another band. They didn't want to drive all the way out to Stony Lake. Said, fuck this, and bailed. Told me their tour bus, their station wagon broke down. Like I didn't know. I haven't heard that before. Okay, so these guys showed up, and they were just awesome guys, good friends. And they had so much fun partying with all of us. They said, dude, let's not go to that festival. We're going to drive all the way down. It was like in Ohio or something. They're going to pay us, they're going to pay us $200.
Oh.
Or whatever, and food and whatever. Or,
For some exposure.
Oh, yeah. So many bands play for free, Jesse knows that's how it goes. Big festivals, you're just happy.
But depending,
you're happy to be on it, though.
But to me, that was always it. It's all just in what your band's comfortable with. Every band is different. If your band's comfortable, okay, well, we're gonna get $200, guys. Hell yeah, we normally don't get nothing. So let's drive down to Ohio for this big ass festival and get $200.
And get some new fans.
Yeah, and some people, some bands might be like,
people buy shirts from your band members.
Yeah.
I wish more people realized, bands, come on, man. That's gas money. Hope you sell some shirts at this show because, if anything, I'm good, thanks.
You good?
Yeah, unfortunately with the gun dealer.
Oh.
Federal license, so.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a good boy. Surprise, surprise.
Well, we just turned that off.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But no,
but that's weird to me.
What's that?
That's weird. You can drink,
I know.
but you can't smoke.
Nope,
Weird.
not federal.
Because it's federal.
I asked him
because it's federal.
We're farmers, dude. My dad grows weed. My brother he's licensed to sell it. So I asked the agent last time at my house. I says, okay, so I have an in-home business for my gun business.
Federally makes sense. Now,
right,
you say federally.
And they flat out told me 3 years, it's gonna be legal. They're just
federally.
Yes,
that's what they're.
That's
thinking.
what they're expecting. They just said we just gotta be able to test it, just like they can do a breathalyzer when you're drinking. They want to be able to test how much in your system when you're operating a vehicle.
Oh,
totally makes sense. Or at work or something.
but they have to be able to. That's why 3 years, okay, but they have to be able to make it accurate. And I don't know how they're going to fucking.
In that short
what
that
level
short
it's
of time.
going to be, and what is the level? What is the percent of What that just seems way too complicated.
Are you going to be a cop that's going to have your whole back seat full of pistol cups? Remember, I was juvenile corrections for 13 years from Muskegon County. I retired from there, but I'm just saying. I fucking quit. It's a shithole mess, but I retired. I work for myself now. It's great. Mm-hmm. That's when it happens when you live broke. You can do that shit. But yeah, I'm just like, you can't, think about that. If you're a cop, have you been smoking weed, sir? All right. Well, here what kind of fucking test do they give you? Is this Big Bird or is this, how do you, the counting thing?
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, so what's going to be their
what's
the guideline
suspicion.
to say, okay, we're going to have you piss in this cup? Because I imagine that's what they're going to do, which isn't going to tell you, which is stupid. Because it's not going to tell you how much. It's going to tell you it's in your system. Well, fuck, it stays in your system.
Yeah, for 30 days, especially with pee.
That's why I said, so how the heck are they going to do this where it's not going to cost a fortune? So
it'll have to come up with instant swab tests. Because swab is quick. It is, but it's But swabs can still go up to like 12 to 18 hours or something. I think it is like 12 hours.
Yeah, and it's fine.
That's what I said employers need to go to. Employers need to ditch the pee cup and just, here, swab. Have you smoked in the last 12 hours?
Well, here's the thing, dude. When I was working at juvie, I don't give a fuck. I don't work there anymore. I'm not saying much or nothing. But, man, all these kids came in Fucking POs don't even piss test half of them. They should.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're on a home visit. They ain't home. They're fucking their girlfriends. They're getting tattooed. That's my favorite. Oh, that's a new tattoo.
Yeah.
You were home watching Cosby Kids. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I'm like, dude, they don't give a shit. Judges don't give a shit about marijuana. Just don't get caught with 5 pounds in your car. You probably go to prison. You know,
Yep.
but I'm just saying,
Yep.
when it comes, because I was like, okay, so for me, I'd see that and go, all right, so we're basically telling kids, you know, okay, you can go on a home pass, do what you want, rules don't matter, just come back, you know, we're gonna test you. Oh, yeah, you positive for weed. You can't call your mom for 2 days, or we'll take your phone privileges for 2 days. That's what always blew my mind. I don't give a fuck what anyone does if you're a law-abiding citizen. If you break the law and you have a PO or you're under some statutes of limitations, what you can do, fucking you need to follow them.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a kid, because what are we teaching that kid?
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, like I had a buddy. He dropped dirty at least 10 times. They let him go they just let him but then there was like the last time they're like, no, you fucked up. And he went to fucking prison for 3 years.
Ugh.
Because of the original charge and all that. It was a bunch of fucking BS. But I'm like, you gotta fucking quit. Just fucking quit and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it.
After a certain amount of time, Cheech and Chong that bitch. But for a while,
Yeah.
well, think about it. I always sit there and say,
I mean, I understand testing the waters a little bit. Like, that's what he was doing. He's like, well, I'm going to see, you know.
they're not pulling my color today. And next thing you know, they call you in. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck me.
Yeah. And then he would drop and he's like, and he'd come back and I'm like, they let you go? And he's like, yeah. And then it happened so much. And I was just like, one of these times you're going to get fucked.
I was like, I always thought how much money they made. Like, I got an MIP when I was like, I don't know, fucking 18 or some shit. It was like $250 fine I had to pay. This is like in the 80s. 90, 91, 92. I'm like, holy shit. That was easy money. And it was just an MIP. So basically they're like, oh, you drink a beer.
Yeah.
You're not drunk. Oh, you know, or we smelling on you, whatever. Don't even do a test. There you go. You get a fine. Probably fight it and win it. We just didn't, whatever. A lot of people didn't. How much money did that generate? So why are they not just doing this shit with weed and going, yeah, you're high, bud, but you're not that fucked up. But
You're not that fucked up.
You got paid $75. You're an idiot. You know, you did whatever back here.
Yeah.
And, I mean.
That'd work.
I can't believe they're not doing that because they would make so much money. And fuck, man, the government's greedy. So it's like, why are they not trying to do that?
I don't know.
Just do something. It's not that big a deal. People get drunk. I never heard anyone say, I got high as fuck and beat the shit out of my old lady.
No.
But guys get drunk and do it all the time, or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa, but.
I want you to do when you're high, bitch.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to hit you again.
Yeah.
Go make me a hamburger.
Yeah, please.
Put Scooby-Doo on.
Yeah, put Scooby-Doo
I'm just like, I just don't get it. So everyone,
I don't
and
either.
there's so many people that are like, all them damn potheads. And I'm like, hey, dude, really? You're sitting there drinking bourbon like it's water every day. Or first of all, you sit at home, you're Karen drinking wine, you know, watching Desperate Housewife reruns on Hulu, going, them fucking stoners. Or you're drinking wine. Oh, what's the difference? I think it's probably better if you're taking weed than you're
medicating yourself.
That's a story that could go on forever with 8 million people, and it'd always be a circle going round and round, you know.
Yes.
Always gonna be that way. But it's funny, like I'm sure I know some of my workers get high before they scare people, and it's like people are like, man, does that bother you? I go, you know what, man? If you're gonna act like say you're gonna be a crazy clown, sometimes to get in character.
Is this okay?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, you mentioned something about lung earlier.
Oh, yeah, I can't smoke anymore. I fucking 20-some, oh, God, longer than that, years of smoking. I have one cigarette, I cough up a lung and feel like I'm dying. So this is like my first year of no cigarettes.
Really?
And it was easy.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I coughed up so much. I was actually in Key West, my buddy's place.
What were you at? Like, how many were you smoking a day?
Well, I would quit and start. The worst was over 2 packs a day. I worked in a factory.
Even as a smoker, I look at that like, holy
well,
fuck.
they would let us smoke in this factory I worked at.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
You know, so 12-hour shifts, and it sucked. And we're like, fucking bitch. And we do our job. Yeah, fuck you, Charlie. Kicking your ass at lunch, dick.
Yeah.
Everyone's, you know.
People at my work say that my boss, like I look at my boss now and I can imagine back, like they say 20, whatever year, how many years ago, they're like, yeah, man, he used to walk around the plant with a big old cigar and shit. Like,
Oh, cigars are heaven.
and he just like pop, you know, like, and I'm just like, man, I can't picture him like doing that.
Yeah.
But now I picture him at home doing that. It's kind of funny.
Well, cigarettes are, I fucking hate them but love them at the same time. Like, I did the whole vape thing for a while and felt like a pussy, so I quit doing that. You know, trying to act tough, and Fruity Pebbles are going up behind me. Come on, wearing black, all death metal shirt and Fruity Pebble vapor trail.
shit.
Come on, really think about that for a minute. It's like, yeah, man, I'm badass.
There's a little part of me, well, it's probably a larger part of me that hopes they do come through and ban menthol, because I'll quit. I don't like any other cigarette. I don't like regular. I don't like.
I was a Cools, Forever, Newports,
Yep.
and then I don't know what the fuck it was.
Here I
but
got basically your favorite damn.
we
smoke.
thought we were cool, so we all smoked filterless for so long.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking. You know, Cool makes a filterless back in the 80s, you know. Maybe they still
Cools were the thing back then for some reason.
Camels. Camel
Every
bucks.
time
I
I'd
had
see
so
somebody,
many camel
yeah.
bucks. I go, look at I had a camel hoodie on with a camel fucking, koozie, lit my cigarette with a camel lighter.
Shit,
I'm like,
dude, you're
they got
decked.
they got all my money. We'll smoke some more so we can get free shit. It's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Stupid. But no, everyone does the vaping and they go, yeah, I got a little bit of nicotine in it. I go, why the fuck do you just take the nicotine out of it? And just because I never got that. I smoke because I like to smoke, not because I needed to.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say that because I quit many times and I just get stressed.
That's kind of my thing.
I like it. It's like a cigar. No one, some people do smoke so they want to. But cigars are rough, right? They stink like shit, but I fucking love them, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of them things. But no, I vape for a little bit and I'm like, nah.
What's the best cigar shop around here? Around
I
up
couldn't
there?
even tell you, man.
I wonder. Because I was thinking about getting some.
Whenever there's
Just to piss off my wife. No, just kidding. I said, well, what if I went to cigars? She's like, fucking don't do that. Those things reek. Whenever you have a podcast, they smoke a cigar. It stinks.
Oh, God, never goes away.
Yeah.
I
Takes
know,
a few days.
I buy them ones are like $15, so I feel like I'm somebody even.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah. No, not no
dude,
fucking.
You spent $15 and it's giving you cancer and you can't breathe.
Yeah, not no fucking Black and Mild, though.
Oh,
come on,
Jesus.
bro. You can go to you have you're like, I want a cigar, and you go up to the store. You're like, give me a Black and Mild.
Swisher Sweet wood tips. That was my shit back in the day.
Yeah.
I'd sit there and just bite on that wood. And I was like, God damn, that was good.
I love it.
And they came out them cigarillos and they were peach and all these crazy flavors, and I'm like, oh, it's even better yet, you know.
Oh,
And now I'm like, can't breathe, dying. Like, I never wanted the kids to know we had restrained the kids to the jail, you know, fucking getting old and shit. You know, I got these big motherfuckers. They don't know what they're doing, so you can get them down pretty decent. Then you get up and you're like, yeah, the adrenaline wears off. You're in the bathroom shitting or puking, your arm hurts, you can't breathe. Going, that motherfucker about had my ass.
damn.
But you know, you don't never let them know that. But I always tell the kids, don't be smoking them fucking things, man. They're horrible.
Yeah.
And I was that guy that was like, yeah, everyone told me that. Fuck off, I'll be fine. No, man, my lungs are complete trash. Last time I smoked, like I said, I coughed. I went Key West, saw there, hit me at the same time. Walked in there and got a Buffalo Trace, and they poured me a Big Daddy. I was like, fuck, I'm okay. I'm drinking that. I had like 4 cigarettes. I coughed so bad, I woke everyone up in the house, made myself vomit, and it was just black and gross. And the whole time I'm up there in my chest, my stomach hurt from coughing so hard.
Yeah.
Got home, 1 cigarette with my buddy in my house, man. And I coughed. Dude, same thing so hard. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. And it's easy then.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It's
well,
hard.
because it
It's
takes
hard.
to that point. Yeah, you had to
But if
fucking.
you like to smoke, it's just, you smoke. I didn't smoke because I was addicted to nicotine. I just loved to smoke. Like, literally just. Now, it's weird. Like, this don't bother me. But if someone has, like, old, stale cigarette smoke on their clothes, like.
Then you're like.
I'm like, God, you smell like dog shit, dude.
Yeah.
You want to walk up and slap a fucking stick up on their back. Boop. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, you stink a little bit. It's all good.
There's this guy that I used to work with. Like, I think he just permanently smells like that. Like, still smell. Like, he
Really?
just always does. I'm
Well,
like.
Some of my guys, when they help me in my haunt, they're in there for fucking 4 or 5 hours. They want to have a cigarette. We do a little break thing. No one's coming. It's cool. Because they can move the corner around and make sure they're smart about it.
Yeah, you're not your average patron coming
But
through.
we're also like, let's not be them douchebags that we won't let no one smoke and they smell us smoking.
Yeah,
That's kind of a douchey thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
So.
It's an outside thing too, so they're already probably thinking coming into it. Oh, I can probably smoke because it's outside.
But again,
I mean, you got to go back to the smoker brain. You love to smoke it. Oh,
Right.
it's outside. I can probably, I'm just scaring people.
And and here's the thing, I know they smoke in line and I don't press that too much. If someone's got a kid and they say, hey, dude, can you put that out?
But you don't put like
Put
butt
it
cans and shit out there because you're not trying to promote that you can.
No,
smoke.
and I don't even really find
Has
it.
have you like you don't find it
No,
like
they're
beneficial?
definitely putting them in their pockets. Because when I
You don't
smoked,
find it-
I would have definitely been that guy smoking, going like, they can't tell. Dude, it's all.
Oh, yeah.
We're idiots. We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
You put it in your pocket. I'm sure they are, but no, I mean, hey, to each his own. I don't ever criticize anyone for smoking because I did it for, this was like 14, 15,
Yeah.
but now it's like, no,
Yeah, you just
I can't,
reach that
dude,
point.
I don't think I can run 2 blocks. And I'm like, that kind of sucks, It's not like my legs can
But
do
you're
it.
out here building all this fucking shit nonstop. Go, go, go.
Yeah, it's kind of,
Well, you're doing it
It's
at your own
just-
pace. Like when you feel,
all the time. But, some like today.
it's like kind of like a, well, you said you're a gun dealer. That's
Yeah.
that's what,
I do gun banquets, so like sportsmen's banquets mostly.
so you don't like work at a shop.
No, I have an in-house business.
Yeah. So like, that's what I mean though. It's like, that's your day to day.
And that's why they told me I couldn't grow weed. And I'm like, okay, because it's in my house, but I have 2 20-acre parcels. This is zoned now residential commercial because I have the gun thing there.
Yeah.
They allow me to do it, which is cool. I said, so why can't I grow it over there? Nope.
What?
I go, what? They almost didn't give me my license because I got a drunk driving like, oh, fuck, I don't know how long ago. I was still to jail.
You said you got kids, right?
Yep. 2
How old?
kids, 4 grandkids.
Well, how old? So your kids are old? They're like just fucking.
22, 26.
So 22. So this parcel of land,
21, sorry.
we're just gonna kind of sell this to you, kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's gonna be in your name, but this is what we're gonna do here.
there's ways around it. I'm just like waiting. Like our county voted against it growing it.
Yeah.
Like that's the other thing.
Yeah, that was an odd one too.
Some place.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
they did.
Well, I mean,
that's not surprising. No,
No, yeah.
no, it's not. No.
But for Holland, all you gotta drive is like 10 minutes down the road. And
Do
you're
you?
in Allegan County, so
Yeah, I mean, it just got voted down by, and I guess a lot of probably the tourists that live up there in $1 million homes don't want to drive by and look at weed fields.
they're
But it's
trying to
but
ban
it's
the,
like-
the billboards now too.
Dude, Whitehall's got an old Family Dollar. It's all painted black. We all know when a building is black, it's a strip club or it's a fucking dispensary. Let's just call it. Whitehall needs a strip club. They need one in there.
Yeah. Well,
I
if
think
fucking
so.
if
Why
fucking
not?
Harrison, Michigan, can have a strip club. You
Have
ever
you-
you ever heard been to that one? You ever seen that one?
No, but you've been to Decatur?
No.
Okay, Decatur doesn't have a Dollar General. I don't think that tells you anything. We do a banquet there. We pulled in. I go, well, there's a building that's painted black with wavy wood like mine. That's fucking great. And it's Final Gravity is the name of the brewery. So it'll push up for them. Their fucking beer is, it's a good brewery. Very small. Like 25 people can sit in there. It's that small. But in the back is a nudie bar. And it's tiny. I'm like, do you run back and do? So I'm like, is there one stripper? You know, she pours your drinks too. I'm
Really?
really trying to figure this out. Like, I've never been in it. I'm gonna take my dad. My dad's just turned like 78, like literally a couple days, like Saturday. So I'm like, all right, Dad. Next time we do a banquet here, we're going to titty bar.
I'm going to titty bar.
We're taking my dad.
Take him in there.
'Cause I'm more going just 'cause I want to see.
Yeah, just well, what is this?
I mean, literally, if you like hold in a fart real hard to let it go, you just went through Decatur. I'm like, there's nothing there. And I go, but they have a titty bar and a brewery. I love Decatur.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's so cool.
This other one, though, in Harrison, this Stella's, I think is what it's called, dude. It's the trashiest thing you ever seen. It's not painted black, but then they just blatantly have the trailer in the back. Like, you're like, yep, this is where they take the patrons that are paying extra.
You walk in, they got hand sanitizer before you had to.
And then the next one's lube.
Oh, I got it mixed up.
Oh, shit.
My beer.
Whoop.
Motherfucker. Quit laughing at me. You're not getting my dollar, bitch.
You good?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. It's kind of like,
I got that fireball.
I forgot. Mike, you want a cigarette and a fireball? Yeah. Smoke this fucking joint, dude. I got a drunk, horny midget in the basement. You want her too? Wait, we're in the fucking basement. Was that
You didn't know what kind of podcast you're getting into.
Was
here,
that
did
my
you?
thumb or your thumb? What's going on?
You're just like, yeah, podcast, sure.
I've actually been asked to do quite a few of these, but I haven't really done it. This is the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm honored.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
No, man.
Now the rest of them you do, you'd be like, man, they're just not as good.
Man, you're not as cool as the other guy. That's all I'm saying. Are you drinking a Truly? Then you gotta do your Phil pussy. Your Phil Pantera pussy. I'm not gonna lie, I drink them fucking things. God, it's the Truly, not the what? Not the, was it White Claw?
White Claw.
White Claw, yeah. No,
The seltzers.
I just feel like, White Claw. That's what I feel like. And I'm like, nah, dude. If I do the Trulies and I go, no, there's juice in it. That's good, right? There's
Dude,
juice.
honestly, I don't fucking. As long as it tastes good and it's gonna get you
Right.
drunk, I really don't care.
Like,
Dude, we'll buy this fucking. You ever drank Kinky? It's like
Yeah.
a vodka. Dude, that shit's good as
good.
fuck.
But the thing
I'll just
is,
drink it right out of the bottle.
and they don't. all this shit they make nowadays don't fill you up, you know. So you're like
Yeah.
10 in. You stand up and go, oh,
Yeah, whoa.
that was cool.
That shit just fucking hit me like a ton of bricks.
Who's taking pictures? Oh. But no, we drank some. Here's the thing: you couldn't take cans back last year, right? Were you guys like we were? We sat around my yard and partied all the time. My friends come up from Ionia and all over, and I'm like, God dang, we're alcoholics. The woman's like, I need some cans for my son for a thing. I said, yeah, I got a bunch. I gave her 10 bags, and I still got like 6, 7 of them, like grocery bags. And I've been taking them back, and I'm like, this is just, come get my cans. I don't want them.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it, because I could drink a 12-pack of them things in the afternoon. They don't fill you up.
Yeah.
That's why I drink Jameson and ginger ale now. Verner's, a Michigan stable. No,
Yeah.
I do. I like bourbon. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It's just. When I was younger, I drank anything.
I got some of that.
I see you got the peach. I got some. Yeah,
That's good.
that's good.
Jesse likes it.
Here's my thing. Everyone's like, dude,
man.
do you drink Crown? I go, fuck yeah, I drink Crown. Yeah, man, the apple's awesome. I go, wait, you said you drank Crown. No, I'm old school. This is where my age kicks in. You got to put that in Coke, and that's a black tooth grin from Dimebag Darrell. When you're broke, you do it with VO. That's what Dime drank. There's been many times I've done that, but I'm like, and I've had the Crown that's flavored.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I drink Crown in a mixed drink. And they said, that's a waste of good Crown. It's expensive. No, I mean, it's what your tastes are. You know?
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
I got people that are rich as fuck and drink Busch Light all the time because that's what they like. That's cool. I'm broke as fuck and I like Crown Royal.
Right.
Don't judge me.
Yeah.
Yes, I put Coke in it because I'll drink, But
What? It just doesn't matter. It's just like, why does it fucking matter? It shouldn't matter, but it does.
it doesn't. Everyone said, I have a buddy that owns a
Oh, it
brewery and we're going to do some beer for the haunt this year. I think. Actually, we've been talking about it for 2 years, doing a playground for my barn that burnt down. do a very limited edition, special big can, or it'll be a bottle, it'll have all this artwork on it,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it was gonna be a triple black IPA.
Okay, so it's gonna be like specifically for Haunted Acres, like the event.
Well, if we do the one, I can't sell it there, but they'll go through, because he's one of my best friends. I help him a lot, so he'll sell it through there. We'll do a pre-order. You pick it up there, or either I'd have to buy it. You can pick it up at my house, but legally you got to go to his place. Yeah. So we're talking about doing something Halloweenish, but yeah, for the playground though, we're gonna do this. He goes, man, let's do a beer for the playground. Then we'll take the money from this beer. And this is how awesome he was. It's he was gonna do it. And he goes, look, we'll do the beer, and then you take all the money, and we can build a stage. You have shows. He's a big, plays in bands and everything. It's Starving Artist Brewing Company, by the way. In
shout out
Scottville. Oh yeah, dude, I love his shit. He's a great guy. You go in his place, Lamb of God will be playing, Pantera, Tool.
Right.
And it's got like clowns and Dr. Doom painted on the walls and shit. And all these people go up, hey, we're going to a brewery. And they walk up, and it's a barn, dude. That's why we're such good friends. My place was a barn too.
Yeah.
So you look at it and go, it's a fucking barn. You walk in, oh, it's badass as hell. Mm-hmm. And the beer is super, super good. And I always love it because he's like, yep, I'm going to play Lamb of God. You don't like it? Get your beer and leave. Don't care.
Get your fucking beer and leave.
But people love it because it's about the beer. Right?
Yeah, right.
Music. But I love when I would help him. I'm like, dude, I'm listening to freaking heavy metal and I'm drinking beer.
Like,
this is like, wait, sign me the fuck up now. Can I do this for a living?
So you like all that kind of craft beer stuff?
Yeah. I mean, we try to, whenever we do a banquet anywhere in Michigan, we try to find a brewery and see what everyone does.
Yeah.
It's
so you got
weird.
a wide palate for beer?
Kind of. Like, I don't like stouts really so much, but he does a stout. It's called CCR. It's got coconut and coffee in it, and the coffee's roasted in the house. And I'm like,
really?
Yeah, it's fucking really good, dude. And now I kind of like stouts. Now I'm like, okay, I might do a Guinness.
I might do a Guinness. I don't like that really black, just fucking thick shit.
And man, my friends, even my girlfriend, they do that shit where they drop it and they slam that with the beer, and I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
I get full on 3 beers. Maybe I'm old. I gotta take a nap or take a piss or something. I can't do jumping jacks. Try to work it out. I don't understand this shit.
Yeah.
But you gotta remember, Muskegon, back when I worked down there years ago at a factory, they were known as the beer tent capital of the world, because it was beer tent.
Really?
Now we don't do shit. But we're getting quite a few breweries and stuff.
That's what Holland needs for their fucking fair for tulip time. A fucking beer tent.
I wanted to get in their fair so bad with the haunt, but it's so weird. A lot of places are weird about it. It's like, are you going to dress up and walk down? Fuck yeah. But we're passing out candy.
What do you mean, like, get into the fair?
The parade. I'm
like,
not sorry.
The parade.
I'm sorry. I said the fair. The parade.
Oh, the parade.
Dude, I got a bunch of other guys that got hearse. We could drive in there.
How have you gone about trying to do that?
I talked to some. Okay, I met a woman a year ago.
A year ago.
But I'm gonna try to talk to them. I don't think they're. Did they even do? They're not doing parades because of COVID. I don't think.
Yeah, they didn't do one this year. But hopefully next year.
Well, my dad's president of Asparagus Festival prayed by us, and there's like 3,000-4,000 people go to that. We haven't done that in 2 years, and I was in that parade because my dad's the president. My mom was for 22 years. Yeah, I was like, don't like it? Fuck off.
I'm an opportunist.
But little kids would be like so scared because we were clowns. We tried to turn. That one year we had a cage in the back of the truck with a zombie.
Right.
But you know what? The motherfuckers see you got candy. They're like, wait, you got a dum dum? As long as you give them candy. And some of the people you go to give brochures out, they're like, no, hell no. And some people just love it,
Yeah.
It's always the guys in like the Lamb of God shirt. Fuck yeah, bro.
Fuck yeah.
The guy with the 4 George wine is sucking slum crying and going, I dig it.
George.
I'm going to go watch the Opry on TV, TNN. Yeah, so.
Oh, you still got cable? You got cable?
No. I haven't had TV in like years. I said, fuck
What the fuck do you need TV for when you're constantly doing
all
shit?
My money went to all my money went to haunt. Then I got Amazon Prime and I'm like, wait, I can order cool shit and watch shit. And, dude, Amazon Prime's got so many live concerts too.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Documentaries on metal and rock, and some of them are, some of them are like not high end ones. But fuck,
No.
them are the best, dude.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them, they're always talking to Lemmy before he died, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, dude. But I didn't realize
I watch
there
fucking
was-
shit on YouTube. That's like just like home footage shit.
I watch YouTube probably every single day. The concerts are endless. I can watch local bands that played my place and are friends of mine. You can type in their shit and go, hey, or even sometimes it's them just playing.
Yeah.
Now that my barn's gone, there's a lot of video on there from shows. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
It kind of bums me out, but the shows I lost a lot of girlfriends I dated from my place only because they were like, man, you do this all the time. You need to blah blah blah. Not because I was doing dumb shit, but it's like, you know, when I have a party and it's my place, you know, everyone's like, Glover, what up? Of course, it's my place. I go somewhere else, they don't do that, but it's my place, so that would get old quick, I think, you know. And then, you know, everyone's
Old as the counterpart, like the girlfriend or something, or you just for yourself.
just for myself, I guess. Yeah, it was, you know, getting kind of, and for them too, I guess. But for me, it was just, I just wanted to like have my buddies, like even the ones that played in bands, just come out and hang out, man.
Yeah.
Let's have a bonfire. Sometimes they could stay afterwards, sometimes they couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, and the bonfire was the most fun part of the show. Sometimes,
Well, yeah.
actually afterwards, just being stupid and
Because you didn't have to fuck. Everything's done now.
someone's got a guitar or two of them.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, wham! Someone's out playing.
Bands like camp out and stuff too.
Sometimes. Remember Mosh Pit Nation?
Oh yeah, the boot camp.
Did the boot camp?
Yep.
Oh, I remember seeing flyers.
Dude.
What year was that?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
2016 maybe.
Was it?
Yeah,
17?
something like that. around
I remember seeing flyers for it.
It was the first time Jen said she did it on a holiday weekend. She goes, man, I was really hoping we'd have more people. And I'm like, oh, you don't do it on a holiday weekend normally? She goes, no. So, oh, fuck. It's the last holiday. You know, a lot of people go away. They go camping.
Yep.
It's already booked. I'm going to divorce you if you go to that metal show.
Yeah, right.
But, you know, but Jesus Christ, I mean, there was still a good turnout. There was 22 bands there. So you got all these band guys camping.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking epic. It kind of reminded me of Carnival, you know. You just went
That
out
sounds like it a little bit.
It was cool. It was cool.
Who was
Music
the
all
headliner
day.
for that?
Shit.
It was another local, right? Or no?
Can't remember.
God, I can't remember.
Jesse's like, I'm looking it up. He's on it.
Man, that's a very good
I
question.
do remember that show though, because I followed Mosh Pit Nation for a while. Because when I was in a band on the east side of the state, Mosh Pit Nation was like the thing over there.
Oh,
for some reason, like way over on the east side, but it's kind of out of a Grand Rapids, really
Shit,
kind of.
They did a very, very incredible thing, and my hat's off to them. I mean, if you wanted to know where a show was, you went to their site. You know?
Exactly.
If it was-
Like why
if it
are
was
they
just
why are
anything,
they
did it.
why are they cast under the rug nowadays? Like nobody talks
I
about
think-
Mosh
I
Pit.
think-
Nobody
I think it's
submits
'cause-
anything. Maybe people are still submitting shit. I don't know.
Well, no, look at metal music in general right now. It's more metalcore. No, it's not even that now. Every metal band's got to have someone that's
So what does it have to
sing
be?
high.
Slam Dance Nation
I-
now or
I
something?
don't
Not
know.
Mosh Pit.
I don't know.
It was
It's-
actually
it's-
2014, but it doesn't
Wow.
say the bands. I'm pretty sure it was all local bands.
no. Everyone was local. We did. They were all,
Wow, fuck. We were 2 years off.
Yeah. Well, still, it's like what year? I don't know what year it is today. I'll let it.
Huh?
His cam died.
Did it?
Yep.
There's a campground literally at the end of my road. It's like, dude,
How far is that? Like a mile or two?
fuck no.
5? 10?
2 blocks from my
Oh, two.
road. It's like, dude, it'd take you 10 minutes to walk there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's right on Lake Michigan. Own beach access. And I'm like, okay, so if we do a show at my place,
Do you want to let the cat out of the bag? Because now we're like really recording.
well, what I'll just say about it is my plan, I thought it'd be cool. I wanted to talk to Jen and see if Mosh Pit Nation would like to do a boot camp again. And being I have the big haunt area now, room wise, it's a little different. And think about it too. If we did it
Right.
in September, at the first week of September, I'm a tourist trap. Them people leave, you know, so they can't say nothing about music all day because it's gonna be outside, so it'll be loud, you know.
Right.
But then again, it doesn't have to be. That's what everyone tells me. Oh, you do a concert outside. No, it depends on your sound guy. Most sound guys are like, no, we gotta crank it up as hard as we can. I go, no, you can just turn the guitars down a little bit. The vocals can be down. How about you just don't mic the drum other than like the bass, which most bands do anyways. So that way it's not overpowering and you can do an outdoor show and be okay. I'd have to shut down 11 o'clock is the statewide noise ordinance, but I could probably get by till midnight.
Midnight, yeah.
You
Well,
know,
you don't
I
need
mean,
to run it till midnight. You can end it
I
at
think that'd
10:30.
be okay. I just tell people, don't say, fuck your everybody or
I just ended it at 10:30.
Because then everyone can hang out on the bonfire.
Exactly. Don't end it at fucking midnight, dude. Because then you're setting yourself up for this fucking up all the way up till, and it's gonna run late. It's gonna run late.
And let's be honest, you're right, it will. And here's the
it's
thing.
gonna be like 12:45 before you're done.
And I can't let a concert kill the haunt.
No,
because that's what'll happen. If dude,
10:30.
Township just goes, nah, you fucked that up, Glover. My townships let me. I did shows for years,
you
right?
fucked that up.
we did shows at my place. I had no permits. I had no permits to build that. They let me just kind of did whatever. The cops, I knew the cop. They would call me and go, okay, Mike, at the church, we got a cop sitting over there. We got a cop. Yeah, okay.
Okay, Mike.
And I'd be like, so sometimes we go, hey guys, if you're gonna leave, don't go right now. There's a cop right down the road, one parked here. So wait till shift change is 11. Maybe that's your best time. 'Cause, man, one Halloween party, 10 people went to jail.
Really?
Including some guys in bands. And
Driving home?
Yeah. Cops sit there and watch, I had a guy.
They all got popped drunk driving? Or just...
Yeah.
They're all blew over?
I think the record they told me at the cop shop was 11 people went to jail for drunk driving one night from my place. And
Does
I'm like,
everybody sign a waiver?
I don't know if, yeah. The waiver says, where are you at today? I was at Double J. I wasn't at.
Yeah.
No, whatever, man. Everyone's adults. They couldn't really do nothing. I didn't serve alcohol.
Right.
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 So I wanted to apply for a liquor license. Every township has a liquor license available, and Claybanks has one available because there ain't shit in fucking Claybanks. So I was like, it's just beer and wine, but that'd be kind of cool.
Well, how do people just get away with having keggers?
Well,
that's like technically like serving alcohol. Somebody comes over, but pay me $10 for this cup, and you can drink all night.
I think it's just word of mouth. You don't want to be that douche to get someone in trouble at a, because when you do wedding receptions, a lot of times if you have a bartender and you're going to have alcohol, they make you pull a $2 million liability insurance. And then some of them even have the guy that's serving sign a waiver saying, I will not overserve or
whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of like, so I'm like, fuck that. It's what people bring their own alcohol. Why do I need to make money off alcohol? It's about partying and listening to heavy metal. Dude, to me,
BYOB.
I would get mad sometimes and I'd sit there and go, oh shit.
I couldn't hear you. I was like, Mike.
I said, you said Mike. So I mean,
Mike.
I said, this
Mike,
chest is off my nose. I am Iron Man. No, but I was like, man, why? When I did shows sometimes, sometimes I'd go, man, not a lot of people came out for whatever reason. Something was going on.
Yeah.
Or just, it happens. And you're like, fuck, I'm eating ramen for a month. Do I have enough I had to borrow money from my dad at the show to pay bands sometimes. That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And you sit there and go, God dang it. And
that's good though.
But that's what happens.
That's nice to hear. Like, you don't hear that. Most of the time it's just like, oh, well, we didn't make out for the night. Sorry, guys.
No, if the band's getting paid, a lot of bands will play for free because they just want to play, dude.
Right.
Because you can bring your own alcohol. Bands, you can just do what you want, basically. There wasn't really a lot of rules. Just don't be a douche, Don't be a dick. Other than that, we can kind of do whatever,
Right.
Bands would be like, man, I'm a little buzzed, Mike. I'm sorry. I said, so? Just have fun. It doesn't have to be a big production, man. Just rock out.
Right.
Or then at the end, I wasn't even paying PA guys anymore because they would make it so fucking loud in there you couldn't move. Then it's check, T, check. I'm like, man, you're killing time because you're doing something. So I was Jesse will tell you, he knew. We were like, dude, let's plug and play. It's like a garage, dude. Plug in. We had a little PA for vocals. So of course you adjust. But I'm like, sometimes we'd even mic the bass because, dude, it bounced off that little roof right there. It was like, dude, this is a garage.
Drum, if you can get the kick drum in there and then
you want to
vocals.
Because other than that, man, it's just a garage party. Have fun. Well, barn party.
Barn party.
Literally.
Yeah.
But, why does it always have to be about money or how important do you look to somebody? Fuck all of that and everyone that thinks that.
Yeah.
It's about goddamn music. Just have fun, dude.
Right.
I'm a metalhead. When you're a fan of metal and you're a fan of bands and they can play your place, that is reward enough.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
I grew up, like I said, I'm 50, so I watched some of No Life's first shows ever, you know,
Yeah.
in Ludington of all places, and some of these places. And to have a band like that play my place as much as they did, and I was a huge fan, dude, that's priceless.
Right.
You know, Jesse and the guys and his brother and them, they all played. You know, I would go pay or, you know, cover to watch them play in Muskegon. To have them play my places.
It's just like,
Dude, there's no way to say, I'm saying it now. Thank you, sir.
Thank
There
you,
you go.
man.
But you know, it's like, dude, there's got to be shows. There's no shows anymore.
yeah.
And like I said, we're getting back to that whole thing again. I'm like, all right, man, I got a haunt. I got a dunk tank. Fuck it. Let's break the dunk tank out in the summer. Let's do some shows.
Yeah, there you go.
But I got to, you know, make my tent got destroyed. I got a circus tent, so I got to get that fixed. And I'm like, man.
Oh, I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I got a lot of big fucking tents, but I bought a circus tent and it stayed up though for 6 weeks. The day after Halloween, we had 60-mile-per-hour winds.
And knocked that fucker.
I let some people borrow my shit because I'm stupid, and it came back with a little fucking rip in it. I already had it up, but I go, it'll be okay. Now that wind hit it and split it, so it's going to the Amish because they can fix anything.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully, it won't cost a fortune because if I go to build a roof over it, the
fucking Amish.
building
They'll
permits,
rape you.
I could get in some trouble with the township. I gotta be careful. Somebody already turned me in. Building inspector came out. You got permits for this?
For the tent?
I can't. No,
Oh, just for everything.
my facades in the Wild West town are like 7-8 foot tall.
Oh.
Any fence over 6 foot, you need a permit for.
Oh.
I didn't know that. I was like, dude, it's basically just a fence.
Yeah.
No, and I was like, oh shit, and you know, some tourists turned me in probably, and I'm like,
What?
oh, like whatever. But they were so cool about it, and I said, well,
Dude, no, you got a dickhead neighbor somewhere doing that shit.
it's I'm sure it's the ones on the lake shore. And I probably drive by and go, his house is getting blacker. What the fuck?
Let's try the fence, honey.
There's a lot of tattooed people walking in the yard.
I'll walk over later and measure it.
I just imagine. I guess one of my neighbors is at the Stone Lake store, and Kevin from House Raised Blades up. We were playing with the flamethrower. It was on Facebook, and they said, "Yeah, you got the flamethrower out last night. We see that shit." And I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Dude, it was like 3:00. What? Oh, yeah. Didn't even know that. Okay, but
They're
I'm like,
all just like-
they put up with a lot, man. I got a shooting
Yeah,
range.
dude. They
got.
gotta be putting up with a lot. These people are like, why the fuck do we have the crazy nut across the street from us? Why?
You know in the 50s you watched Am's Family and they showed the neighborhood.
How long have you lived
and
there?
was that house.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Let me think. Oh shit, my God. So 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah,
You've lived
I
there.
bought the farm and everything, redid the house and everything. So they moved in next to me, and look, my buddy Anthony always say, "You moved in next to, us not here. That's your fault."
Yeah, it's true.
We always said if we could hang a tire from the fucking tree, we would. Because they were selling this property. The farmer died across from me. Someone bought that property, and it was a realtor. So of course he was looking at lots and these little fancy houses.
Mm-hmm.
One day we go out there, we're drinking, we're being stupid, whatever. We look out there and I go, what the fuck? They had mowed in the field like little patches, put like little trees and fucking planters by the road, and picnic tables out there, made it look all whatever. So whenever people would show up, such a dick move, but whenever people would show up, we'd fucking full on, come on, Jed, bam, 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 shoot guns and shit out the door. Oh, yeah.
really?
Oh, dude, play like Pantera loud and shit. If it says fucking it, play it real loud.
Yeah.
Rich people will leave. So one woman came out and she had this little like poodle like thing. And it was like a white Mercedes, and my road's a dirt road. I know they hated that probably as it was.
Yeah.
Shit, man, she even fucking made it to the picnic table. She was running in. We were just playing. I'm like, yep, you don't want to live here. And now my house is black, black roof. But here's the thing: people walk down the road, older people, you think it'd be judgmental, and they're like, looks great. Keep it up, and I guess they walk by and they see the person that. But dude, I also have swing sets, and now I got 4
But they
grand.
probably get it. They get it.
I'm a dad and a grandpa, dude. I love kids. I'm normal. October comes, I want to make you shit your pants. That's all.
They just they're just like, well, that's just those ones probably just accepted it. They're like, that's how he makes his living now. Like he deals guns. And
Sometimes
shoots
you just
guns
gotta
and
say.
runs a fucking. Haunted
Sometimes you
Acres.
just gotta say we can fight it or we can roll with it because we're kind of fucked. So my neighbors are cool though. I did shows all the time. One neighbor walked over one time, and he was an older dude, and he's like, "Yeah, the wife's bitching. It's a little loud." I told her I'd come talk to you. So I'm talking to you. You guys got beer? Yeah, we got beer. All right. And he sat there and was hanging out because I had that little bar area, and he would hang out. He goes, "Yeah, as long as." I just tell her the band was almost done, so I go, "No, we got like an hour left." He was like, he had him going home a little shit faced, probably got in trouble, but
Yeah.
But it was just funny. He's like, "Yeah, I told him I'd talk to you guys. You got any beer?" Fuck, everyone's like, "Whatever you need, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Just don't call the cops on us, because it was later, and I get it." And we did turn it down a little bit, but it was weird. I had like a sliding glass door where the bands played with stage. And that was to let the fucking smoke and shit out too. But the band's good air, and then we could load that way. Just make it simpler sometimes.
Right.
It was always a bitch. It's a barn up in the air. It's
That death trap staircase leading up to that fucking slider, dude.
What? No,
Okay,
no.
so there's a death trap staircase up to the slide. I did not know there
It's
was
like
a
13 wooden steps
It
on like a
was.
70-degree angle, and you're drunk with equipment.
Oh, you got a little drums and everything up and down
yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
shit.
Well, you didn't have to.
See,
this
now
is
I'm
what
picturing
happened.
I'm picturing just like, bands are playing here, slider door here, easy.
No,
in
I
and
had
out.
a
There's a
I had
death trap
volleyball.
stairway.
Yeah, I had a volleyball court in the back. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna build this deck off here. We can sit there and drink beer, do whatever. So it was up high. So there was this thing. Okay, so it never was. I don't know where it became. That's where bands started loading in because we always loaded from the front, which is easier. But some of the bands, it might have been for Jake's thing because there were so many bands.
Could be.
And I think that might be where it happened, and we just kind of went with it. But dude, I'm not kidding. But it was cool because you could stage like the next band's drums kit on that little deck. But yeah, taking amps up and everything, fucking sucked.
Oh, dude.
Because
Steps.
It was like,
if there's steps involved, it was already.
oh, dude,
sucked.
there was like 20, 30 of them. It was up there a little ways.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's true, and and it's okay when you're
He's like, I didn't want to talk about this.
no, when you're when you're loading in when you're sober, it's one thing. When you're loading up, if you've been partying all night, you're all shit faced. You're like, these stairs fucking suck.
I'll open, dude.
If I had a nickel for every time I watched someone biff it going down my front stairs, usually at Halloween time when they're dressed like some girl was Queen of Hearts one day, and I laughed my ass off. I don't know what the fuck shoes she had on, if she'd step on her dress, but she'd fall on them stairs. Her ass would hit that fucking middle step, bam, every time. And after a while, there's no dignified way 'cause everyone sees it. First time it happens, you look around and go, give her dignity. Third time, I'm like, you're a dumb bitch now.
Yeah,
How many
you're
times are you
dumbass.
we're gonna laugh at you real hard. You know what? YouTube's a thing. We're gonna do this. Yeah. So now you gotta be careful what you do all the time.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. God glad the barn isn't there because what the fuck would people be posting nowadays?
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, really, like shit you don't want to see.
Yeah, everybody be like, look at this fucking loading we got to deal with. It's live stream. Like, look at this shit. Look at our drummer carrying down his drums. Look at nobody helping him.
What sucks is most of my videos from when we did shows there, cameras nowadays are good. They got good mics. They'll cancel out. Not me. When I had mine out there, it was distorting because I had to be right
It'll still
there.
come out somewhat distorted, yeah.
So it sucks. All the videos, they look good, but then my problem was I'll be taping them, jamming them, headbanging.
Yeah. All the videos.
Hold
like,
the arm, no, step up and down, idiot. I learned eventually just to give the camera to somebody else.
Yeah, here, please. Or set it up on a
Oh,
fucking something stationary or something. So you fucking excited about getting this going again then? I mean, you already got thoughts. You got thoughts like that. Like you're fucking like, you got to be like a little bit.
I'm just like, because I want, because I want to see all my friends again too, that used to play here. I know some of the people that used to come to the shows, they might have grandkids. Shit, their grandkids might live with them. It might be a lot harder for them to get out. But I'm not gonna do it all the time. Like what, 2-3 shows a year.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll come.
That's
And
good enough.
everything we do now, like I got this big wild turkey cookout thing we do every year. We got 80 people come out and there's kids and
Wild turkey.
yeah, because we shoot a shitload of them out there when season opens and we all pull them together. But everyone's cool. It's not like people are drinking and that, but they got their kids there, so it's like a whole different level. It's
Right.
almost like a graduation party. You have a couple drinks, but you don't get fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
That's
just kind
cool.
of weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, yeah, we do shows. People can camp if they want. Just
That's what I would want to do. Yeah. You go to like a banger like that, you got all them bands.
Well, Silver Lake's like
Set up
15
fucking
minutes
camp.
away. Double J's
Oh,
5 minutes
that
away.
reminds
Lake
me.
Michigan's across the street.
That fucking reminds me. You were talking about cans and how many cans you had. Did you hear about that dude in Silver Lake? He made this kind of invention, but not really. But he's basically making this thing where you can return. You know how you got to return all your bottles at the store at the bottle return. Well, he's gonna make it so you can have one at your house, and you like zap it through. It reads the barcode and it crushes it, puts it in a bag, and then you just put it in your like here we have the recycling or whatever recycling, you just put it in recycling. You don't even gotta leave the house. Now it takes like 3 cents. Like 1.5 goes here, 1.5 goes there, and then you can rent it for like $1, I think it was, a month or some shit.
Genius, because we all hate going to the store.
Exactly, dude. But he's in Silver Lake, man. He's got a Facebook. Like this shit, like just started. It had like 6 likes when I went to it. I was like, I'm fucking liking that. That's a cool idea.
I'm gonna look them up and go.
God, I'll have to remember what it was. It was on
You're
an
a
article.
genius.
Wood TV8 or something did an article on it. I seen it on my timeline. I'm like, wow, this guy is a fucking genius.
That's like, because anything you can do, the older we get, it's just generations change too. Whatever's easier is better.
Oh, yeah.
But let's be honest, like our parents worked hard. It was dirty and shitty. And then, of course, we worked the same job. It gets better. It's easier. It's not so dirty. It's going on that way. Progression, But fuck yeah, man.
He's still got to come up with something for like glass bottles and shit, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I-
that's like strictly
drink-
cans, I believe. I don't even know if it does plastic. So I think it's
Probably
just
cans, I bet.
Just cans.
Because think about it. You could have a thing that could put a little crimp in it right here and it would crush.
Yeah.
Flat as could be. If you even pressure down,
Yeah.
I always think it's cool that, every brewery you go to, anywhere, every state, they got an October canning machine. Where you put the can in, it spins it, and you crimps it, and you can your beer. It's fucking made in Muskegon, Michigan. 2 guys, I think they're from Grand Haven, Holland. I can't remember their name because I met them through my buddy Andy, his brewery, and I'm like, this is genius.
Right.
And they designed it all, and of course now it's even better than it was before. Now they got things where they can label all your cans for you, and you just, because let's be honest, breweries are everywhere.
Right. Yeah. Now you gotta it's like a fight for that too. It's like you gotta be one up.
Dude, I live in Stony Lake. We don't have shit. New Era doesn't have shit, but Montague has 2 breweries now, and Whitehall has 1, and we have like 3 fucking Dollar Generals. So we're set. We're like, we got Dollar Generals and breweries. Shit. When is a Taco Bell going to Stony Lake? It's gonna happen.
Shit.
We have no fast food.
Nothing.
Hart, Michigan
It's
has
like your first comment here when you got here. You're like, do you have so much fast food here?
Dude, I tried to pull in to get something to eat, and I go, these motherfuckers eat fast. There's lines.
Dude.
I'm like, it's 4 and a line around the
dude.
buildings. But you also have a lot more population here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But the fucking lines are ridiculous.
I talk to like crows and coyotes when they howl. Ain't no one out right
I would
now,
much rather have that.
Yeah, we were out the other day.
Much
It wasn't
rather
even
have
dark, and the coyotes were just going ape shit crazy, calling each other in the fields back there. And I'm like, dude, it's daylight.
Yeah.
That's creepy. Again,
It is creepy.
Haunted Acres.
Haunted
where
Acres.
where the sound is real.
Where the sounds are real. So when does that start back up again? So when's the first
Every
weekend?
Saturday in October, I have not 100%. There we go. Decided yet, but I think we might open the last Saturday in September.
That's what I was.
Because we have 5 Saturdays again this year.
Once it's September, dude, my mind's already Halloween.
And the nice thing about September is the corn's not so dry. It's
Right.
generally speaking a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Like it sucks for me as Halloween's ended up being was on Saturday, so we were open. I didn't get to take my grandkids trick or treating with my kids,
Right.
and that's my holiday. But it was awesome because we had I usually you think no one will go out because people are trick or treating, and then they go to Halloween parties.
Right.
But again, there was no bars doing anything or Halloween parties, so people trick or treated. Sometimes they didn't. I was so mad about trick or treating last year. I was going to do it. We might do a trick or treating. Halloween, I gotta look it up, but we're gonna be doing something Halloween weekend again. I think we're gonna open up early.
Yeah.
And just I don't give a shit what it costs. We're just gonna buy a bunch of candy and give away. We're apple farmers. Give kids apples.
Right.
Excuse me. And have, like a trick or treating, open trick or treating. You want to take your kid trick or treating? Drive from Whitehall to 15 minutes to my place, and we'll give them goodie bags and take pictures with them. We won't be all too evil and crazy, you know.
Right.
Let them walk around the haunt area and go, all right, we're getting ready to open though now. So shut it down. Now you got to pay, and it's,
Better plan it for a little bit in advance though, because you know who the fuck knows. All of a sudden it blows up, and you got all these people lined up just to come in for trick or treating.
I kind of want to say I don't think that would happen, but it'd be cool if it did. But it'd be cooler if it didn't.
Yeah, but it might be all these people that go to your haunt that are like, oh well, let's show up early for the kids for the trick or treat.
You know what? I laugh because there's a gentleman that's on my Facebook, and he's always outspoken from Muskegon. He's always talking in his mouth about shit, getting people to talk. And one time he goes, social media, advertising on social media is nothing but junk. He had a little small business for a while. He goes, it don't work, and all that. Motherfucker, I did a lot of advertising with Facebook ads, and the results were amazing. And you can pay a little more, which I did do one time to look into it more to see who it really impacted. And once you learn how to really do it, because I was doing it wrong for a little bit. Once you learn these little quirks, like I said, I had the biggest year I ever had. Almost it was an hour wait for everything. Jesse went there, and it sucks because you can't. We used to let people through the Haunted Maze 5 minutes at a time.
Right.
5 minutes. The line was so big, we were like, okay, we were letting them through at a minute. It was so weird. It wasn't even an even number. It was like a minute 24 or something. Because if we did it any quicker, they're stumbling on each other. Right. And that happens in a way. Some people walk fast, some walk slow. We tell people, if you really want to be scared, you got to do smaller groups. No more than 4 or 5. Motherfuckers get up there, Marco Polo, and then you got 15 people going through. And like I said earlier, I only caught one row now. So you got a steady line of people. What the fuck am I going to do? Jump out in the middle, probably to get hit.
Yeah.
Usually jump out behind them and scare them. Or you can walk on in front of them, do a little bit, and someone else can scare. Well, that only works for the people in the front and back because they didn't follow the rules.
Right.
You know, it's like, But, we didn't get any bad reviews this year.
But it's one of those things, though.
I was waiting for that, but no, we got all good this year.
You awesome. Wait for something that, you think it's going to be worth it. I mean, shit, like we mentioned, the one in Pontiac, and it's like, we waited. We were outside, waiting.
Jesse will tell you, come the old way to my place, GPS, because I'm on Google Maps for the haunt. It brings you all through these, like through Rothbury, not from this, that way through. One guy wrote a big review, and he goes, the drive up was, built up. It was so scary. You just, oh man, where are we at?
Yeah.
There's no street lights. Where the fuck are we?
Yeah.
There's a little red sign that says Haunted Acres. Everyone's like, man, you ever think about making real fancy signs for the thing? I go, fuck no, dude.
That's what makes it creepy.
No, you want some little evil monkey wrote it on the thing. You don't want, dude. That's all. I mean,
you should almost decorate that road a little bit. Just like start throwing little things off to the side, like just weird, creepy dolls.
Yeah, that'd be kind of.
Yeah, and then people are on their way. They're like, "What the fuck was that?"
Well, shit, I even thought one girl.
What was that hanging from the tree right there?
I know. My cousin's own orchard's there, and I always thought, man, if we could have a body hanging.
Just something. People are seeing on the way in. This is already creeping them out before they, like the drive itself already is creeping some people out. But you add that little extra flair, and then they know. Then they're like, oh, maybe we're on the right track. This seems creepy or something.
The thing about like haunted houses too is you get people that love it so much. Then you got people that just go to go. They're the ones that are bitch. They're the assholes. They're the fucking
Yeah.
Their expectations are super high. Right. And I'm like, whatever, man. Get in your 1990 escort wagon, 18 people. Get the fuck out of my house, I don't need your shit,
Just get the fuck off my property.
Where's your trailer at? But I can find it.
Yeah.
It's got 3 escorts.
Why don't you go to your own Haunted Acres then? Oh, I
just get pissy about that.
You
you
don't
got
have
people like we had a group from Detroit was up in Silver Lake. Someone in Silver Lake's like, they were just up Silver Lake. And they said, oh, there's a haunt, man. But they didn't tell them what time we closed, nothing. So like fucking 15 people showed up. And they're like, oh, man, fuck this. Man, fuck. Because they paid my dad and them didn't realize we weren't going to take any more people. So they got their money. They walked in. We're walking out of the corn and shit. And I'm like, whoa, we're done, dude. So I could have just been that guy and said, no, you're done. Just whatever. Give them back their money. But I thought, I said, you know what? Go up to the front. I radioed us. Just give them back their money. But I said, being you're here, I feel bad. So you know what? You want to walk through the trailers? My buddy had it all shut down. And he's like, nah. So we opened it up, turned the lights on. They walked through the UV trailers, put the glass on. They're like, oh, man, this motherfucking shit is badass.
Right.
So they left, and they said, yeah, we're coming back. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
The next week, they came up. I didn't see them. That week, I was a little understaffed, so I was in the corner the whole time. But my buddy doing the door said, they came back. I go, they drove from Detroit and paid their $20, and they already seemed to go through it. And they loved it. They wrote it. They actually wrote a nice review. I didn't realize it was them until we talked a little more afterwards. And I was like, see, that's why you don't be a dick, man.
Right.
It was a misunderstanding. It wasn't their fault. So I said, yeah, come see us a little bit. And they drove 3 hours, one way, 3.5 hours to come to my shitty little haunt in the middle of nowhere.
So what's the address for the haunt? How do people get there?
If you type the address in, it sends you 4 miles east.
Okay.
And I don't know why, because how much west you can go. But if you go to Google Maps and just type out Haunted Acres in New Era, Michigan,
okay,
boom, it's right there. There's no.
It'll bring you right there.
Oh yeah, I got it pinned right at the driveway.
And you're thinking maybe the last September or last week in September. But
I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna do.
Definitely all of October.
Oh yeah.
Open Friday, Saturday?
Nope, just Saturdays right now.
Saturdays?
From basically dusk. So you're talking about 7:30 to 11. We're probably gonna go to 12 this year, just because.
Just because
we need to.
Right.
It's to that point. And that just means we won't let you in anymore. If you're already in and it's closing time, we're open till you go through.
Right.
Because a lot of people think that. What do we do if we're there? And I go, oh, no. That'd be a dick move.
Right.
No, you stay open, man.
Yeah, we just have to cut off people coming in at a certain time. Or else we'll be open all night.
And here's the thing, I never, this is what I always wanted to happen, but I never think that shit's going to happen.
Right.
Most home haunters spend a lot of money. They usually do it just on like Halloween or something, and they don't make no money. They spend a fortune, Right. I spent, when I quit just last year, I probably already spent 20 grand.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I don't really have a job right now, Living on haunt money.
Living on my haunt money.
And I took a bunch of my retirement money and put it in the haunt last year and built all this shit about these trailers, and I'm like, all right, if we get rained out again, we're screwed. I don't know if I can recover from this one. And luckily the weather was good, and COVID, I'm sure, helped. But advertising, dude, I drive Nuevo, Manistee. We had people from Traverse City. But I go to Traverse City to theirs. I get it. If you're a haunt person, dude, ain't no big deal.
No.
There's a haunt in Grand Rapids. I'm not going to say their name, but, you don't, because they different owners all the time, but the fuck do you have dancers in the front? Flames and girls. I get it. They're just sexy little zombies that are dancing. Yeah. And I'm sitting there, dude, never again. No, I'm going somewhere to see some cool shit.
Right.
I see that. Is this a strip club or is this
a
haunt?
Strip? Is it? Are we at a titty bar? I was supposed to bring my dad. Damn it.
What's going on? Can I get 51s, please?
Please.
And some Tic Tacs. We're good.
With some Tic Tacs.
Moist towel wet for the bad powder. Smell like lilac for a day.
Yeah, and I fucked up and I grabbed the lube when I got it. Well, dude, this was a super awesome time having you on.
It was, thanks.
It was a great time.
Babbled about everything and anything.
Yeah, dude, and everybody needs to go check it out. I'm going to go check it out this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely fucking talk me into it. That's for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I almost came in costume. I wasn't sure.
Well, maybe next time. Maybe we'll do another one.
Yeah, we'll do some if we
Bring you and your right hand person for costumes.
Yeah, we got some really kind of cool stuff potentially in the bag, which I'm not going to out of the bag.
Not just
right
yet.
now. That COVID slowed down. That I think will be pretty awesome. We talk about that.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, let's just say it involves corn maze and craft beer. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah,
It's a good way.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, brother.
This is awesome.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
You too.